Early things standing between the Dogs of Berwick and their second consecutive Eastern Conference Class AAA championship are the Indians of Shamokin. Shamokin, a team with memories of last year's semifinal loss at Crispin Field, last week fought back to defeat a tough Scranton Prep team in overtime to set up a rematch with Berwick. The Bulldogs, the juggernaut of local high school football, have overcome a key injury at quarterback to shoot down opponent after opponent in their quest for back-to-back state titles. Berwick reloads and Shamokin remembers. It's the Indians versus the Dogs on Championship Saturday. Both teams within reach of the Eastern Conference Class AAA trophy.
WYOU Sports presents the Eastern Conference AAA Championship game. Today, the Shamokin Indians take on the defending state champion Berwick Bulldogs.
This is Crispin Field in Berwick, where many an opponent comes in with high aspirations, only to leave disappointed. Hello, everyone. I'm Terry Gurn, along with Scranton Prep head coach Tony Contafio, bringing you the AAA championship game of the Eastern Conference, and someone who knows a little bit about winning in the Eastern Conference, of course, is George Curry. The Berwick Bulldog head coach will be vying for his 8th Eastern Conference title here this afternoon. George already has 2 state championships to his name, looking for a 3rd this year. Tony, a lot has been made about the Berwick offense, but their defense certainly doesn't take a backseat to anybody, led by number 40.
Dave Popane, 150 tackles this season, will become the career leader before this game is over. Incredible football player.
He is a big hitter, and he'll have to contend with a huge Shamokin team today.
How's 340-pound Chris Waugh sound to you? They are huge. And Berwick's quickness, in order to try to hold down that running game of the Shamokin Indians.
That'll be a key this afternoon. You know, Shamokin was knocked off here last year in the semis of the Eastern Conference, so they certainly have revenge on their minds. Berwick and Shamokin, opening kickoff is next.
Today's WYOU Sports Eastern Conference Championship game is brought to you by your friends at Toyota. For quality and value, see your local Toyota dealer. The First National Bank of Berwick. The Geisinger Health Plan. And ASME Council 13.
The First National Bank of Berwick, in touch with local residents for over 127 years. We'll still be here tomorrow, ready to fill your needs with quality personal service. Visit the First National Bank of Berwick at 5 convenient locations. We're staying in touch with you in downtown Berwick, on 3rd Street in Nescopeck, on Fowler Avenue in East Berwick, on Fries Avenue, Berwick, and on Route 11, Scott Township. Ask about the convenient services of personal touch banking. The First National Bank of Berwick, always in touch with you.
The doors are open in 93 to the best of 94. The best of 94! It's Toyota's first sales event of the new model year. Their silver anniversary option package savings on Corolla. And a Toyota Touch lease that makes it easy to get into Corolla. A benchmark of quality in America for 25 years. Take advantage of our one-price 2- or 4-door Tercel ZX with option package savings, either one price. The best of 94 sales event makes November the best time to buy. The best Toyota.
In my job, I travel around quite a bit, and everywhere I go, it seems people are worried about their family's health care. Well, the way I see it, there's only one health plan that makes sense, the Geisinger Health Plan. It covers just about everything 100%. No deductibles, no claim forms, and hundreds of doctors. But if those aren't enough reasons to pick Geisinger, I got one more for you. I know how good their care is.
Don't miss the Golf Show, brought to you by your Pride of Pennsylvania Buick dealers.
Welcome back to Crispin Field in Berwick, everyone. Terry Gurn, along with Scranton Prep head coach Tony Contafio, getting set for a big ball game this afternoon. We promise to have a good one for the Eastern Conference AAA Championship, and it is a perfect day for football weather-wise as far as the temperature is concerned. A balmy 49 degrees here. The winds could be a problem. They're out of the southeast at 20 miles per hour, but they are gusting at times up to 35 miles per hour. The humidity at 65%. Basically perfect football conditions. The fans are ready and the players are ready as well. And the referees, an all Big 11 crew this afternoon, led by Jerry Kudajeski. The referee, the umpire is Jim Miller. Paul Yanisco is the linesman. Line judge, Tom Finan, and the Zangi brothers, Ross and Mike, the back and field judge, respectively. And we are underway at Berwick. Shamokin back to receive this kick at the 20-yard line. It's Jamie Wisłowski. He's got a hole up the middle. Wisłowski breaks loose. He's at midfield. Wisłowski to the 30-yard line. And all of a sudden, Shamokin breaks out on top of the first play of the game. Touchdown, the Indians. An 89-yard kickoff return, and what a way to begin this ball game. Tony Wisłowski had a hole right from the start. That's the way you have the wedge built up, and it worked to perfection there.
Jamie, 5'10", 145-pound junior, great quickness, takes the ball, almost slips there. Excellent wedge blocking. He's going to breaks the one tackle there, and then he just uses his speed, and he's gone.
Oh, talk about that speed. He really accelerated. He hit about midfield, had a couple of would-be tacklers in the area, but then just basically ran away from him. That is something that doesn't happen too often here against Berwick. And
what an emotion builder for Shamokin.
Boy, they couldn't have asked for a better start. Greg Klebon now back to tack on the extra point. This guy is money in the bank as far as extra points are concerned.
Strong late.
And he made that one. Hooked it in there. The extra point is good. And welcome to the Eastern Conference AAA Championship, folks. It's going to be an exciting one, we promise you. And all of a sudden, it's 7-0, one play in the books, and we've got a score. Well, this is a good test for Berwick, Tony. Something that they're not used to early on is having to be down at any point of the game. Well, but from the first play of scrimmage, that's very rare.
Scoring drive, plays one, total 89, 14 seconds. Well, on that one, Terry, as a matter of fact, when we played Berwick, we scored first real quick in the same kind of a situation. Berwick formally opened kickoff, and they were able to come back very successfully against us.
That's right. Good point. What do you see from Berwick this afternoon offensively, Tony? What are they going to have to do to offset Shamokin's defense?
Well, I think they're just going to keep, Georgia's going to keep using his multiple formations and mix the pass in with the running game that he's found very successful this last half of the season.
J.J. Cleaver and Ross Stoiko back deep for the Bulldogs to receive the kick from Greg Klebon. And Berwick is going to be hard-pressed to match that kickoff return by Jamie Wisłowski. An electrifying way to begin this AAA championship. We'll see how Berwick responds as they get the ball for the first time this afternoon.
Kicking into the wind here, it'll be interesting to see how far this ball goes down the field and what kind of field position Berwick receives. I don't want to kick it to him.
Klebon squibs it. Number 21, Ryan Traw has it, but he's wrapped up there quickly in a hurry at about the 27-yard line.
Great kick coverage for the Shamokin Indians on that one.
Not a bad idea, scribbing it down the field as the Bulldogs go on offense. We take a look at that line up front. Vinny Kishball and Sean Steimling is in the lineup due to his size to offset the huge size of Shamokin. Josh George is the center, Bobby Krupp the guard, and Jason Kalbach the other guard. The quarterback, a good one, sophomore Dave Robbins, Jeremy Kishball the fullback, Ross Stoiko the tailback, Keck, Michael, and Bennett the receivers. 1st and 10 for Berwick at the 27. It's the counter play to Stoiko off the left side. He gains about 5 yards. Pretty good run.
Good success there. Look, they got a penalty, late flag.
Got a late flag against Shamokin. Let's check out this flag before we go to the Berwick defense and see what that penalty is all about.
I believe Terry got a personal foul, late flag on Shamokin. Cost him 15.
That's exactly what it is. And as well as Shamokin began the game, that's something they have to stay away from here this afternoon. Let's check out the Indian defense led by Big Chris Waugh, number 65. John Wellish is the other tackle. The nose guard is Tom Taylor, number 55. Carl Baskett and Joe Bridie, the defensive ends. The linebackers, Jeff Steele and Harry Reed, and the secondary is a good one. Chad Ritchie, Brian Stamets, Jamie Wisłowski, and Tony Benedict.
I think we're looking at a four-man front here, a little different look for Shamokin to start this. We're looking at a 4-3. They're playing a straight man here, Terry.
The track play off the right side to Stoiko.
Looks like that same counter, Terry, coming back this way. Left last time, coming back to the right side on that last play.
Well, that's the same way they started last week against Bethlehem Catholic with some success, actually. They drove right down the field on the first play from scrimmage. Brian Stamets, the quarterback, coming up to make the tackle there, a two-way player for Shamokin. Both teams have a couple of two-way players out there, but you look at this Berwick offense, very young team, so they're going to be something to contend with for the next couple of days, or next couple of years, rather. Here Berwick goes with the spread formation.
Double slot, he got a straight ahead, full back on, we call that. And they just spread them out and got that four-man front and just made a seam for them.
We've seen it time and time again. Berwick spreads the field, and then they gets the quick hitter right up the middle. Jeremy Kishball, the sophomore fullback, takes it for a big gainer up the middle for the 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line of Shamokin.
And Jeremy comes out. He got his one big gainer, and Jared keeps shuffling his formations in there. Comes strips to our side here and split in on the top. He's got them spread out again.
Stoiko, the lone setback, gets the call up the middle. Not much running room.
Same play.
About 2 yards.
You want to call that a zone or an on, Terry? They just, up front men just want to take those down people where they want to go and let the backs find the hole, and not much there that time.
Well, we should point out that the wind was a factor last week. Really took George out of his passing game, but they were able to run the ball with measurable success. The wind is gusting this afternoon, so that will be taken into account here. I'm sure Curry wants to get that running game going.
You could see there they didn't move number 65 Waugh there, and that big front for Shamokin gave him some troubles there.
You're not going to move him very far. Second down, we'll call it 8 for Berwick. We go with the old shovel pass. Safe catch, but it's read beautifully by Steele, the leading tackler for Shamokin. Steele stays home and makes the big stick.
Steele, 5'8", 200-pound senior. What one tough football player. He stayed at home. He did just what he was supposed to on that. Now Berwick is going with the wind on this, Terry, so you'll see what George is going to do here with a 3rd and 9. He's probably in 4-down territory.
Yes, I would say so. Almost a definite passing situation here. You'd say a 3rd and a long 9. They go with the T formation.
They're going to shift
out of it. Robbins out of the shotgun.
Let's watch Bennett
to the right side.
Bennett up the seam.
Keck has trouble, and Steele blitzes through to make the sack. Big blitz that time by Steele coming on the Red Dog, and Robbins didn't have a chance.
No, that's the stunning game that Coach Secatano was telling us about before the game that they're going to keep doing, and they do. They like it. Here, that's a delayed blitz. You see Steele coming right up the middle there, and a great ankle tackle. He's got very good quickness for his size and his strength.
Punt formation now for Berwick. Mike Bennett is back deep, and the dangerous one, Chad Ritchie, back to return it for Shamokin. A high, towering punt. It's a beauty. It's going to go all the way to the end zone, however, for a touchback. So Shamokin will take their first possession of the game at the 20-yard line. Well, that's a good defensive stand for Shamokin. I tell you what, they couldn't have started this game any better. A kickoff return, and then they hold Berwick. Berwick is traditionally very confident on their opening drives, and they're usually pretty adept at scoring on that first possession, but Shamokin comes up big.
I'd say right now Mr. Momentum is on Shamokin's side, and this will be interesting with the wind against them if Shamokin can get their running game and get it out of their half of the field.
Good look at Sam Shikatano, the first-year coach. What a job he's done here this year with the Shamokin Indians. That's the run off the right side. Not much by Scott Kurtz as we check out the Shamokin offense now. A huge offensive line. Chris Wall, Tom Heitzman, Eric Knoll, Joe Brady, and John Walsh up front. Backs and receivers. Brian Stamets, the quarterback, a junior, does a pretty good job. Steele is the fullback. Scott Kurtz, he is a quick back at the tail. Shikatano, the first-year tight end, and Chad Ritchie and Jamie Golden, the wide receivers. Keep an eye out on number 4, Chad Ritchie. He is dangerous. Power I formation. The handoff goes to Ritchie. He's got some running room to the outside. Ritchie's at the 30, the 40, before being driven out of bounds at about the 45-yard line by Dave Beaupain. But a beautiful game for Shamokin, and they are in business. 28-yard gain down the sidelines for Chad Ritchie. Let's check out that Berwick defense now. Up front, you have Stoker and Wolf at the tackles. Wolf with 8 sacks on the year. Mike Kaufman is the nose guard. Greg Michael, the defensive end, along with John Lipsey. The linebackers, Dave Beaupain, probably the best linebacker in the area. Jason Knaus, his counterpart. Secondary is a good one. Bennett, Keck, B.J. Hayes, and J.J. Cleaver. 1st and 10 from about midfield for the Indians. power I formation. The pitch goes to Kurtz. He runs into his own man, but makes something out of nothing. Actually gets driven back. Big stick there by Cleaver as he's driven back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
kind of a slow developing play that time, Tony.
Yeah, Mike Kaufman using his quickness from the middle guard position and was able to get off the center's block. And yeah, here it comes. He ran their toss from the power eye. Look at number 20, Kaufman, right down the line of scrimmage, being just where he wants to be, and makes the initial hit, and they stop Kurtz for a very short gain of about 1.
Boy, nice effort by Kaufman there, making the tackle from his knees. 2nd and 8 now for the Indians. They go with the split formation out of the backfield. The reverse handoff goes to Kurtz. He bounces away. Nice move. And picks up the first down. What a tremendous effort by Scott Kurtz. Individual effort.
I don't know what more you could say about it. Back like Scott Kurtz. He's so built and so low to the ground. Got a real low center of gravity, and you really have to hang on when you make this.
Well, you got a first-hand look at this guy last week, Tony. What do you think about
that? There's a little counter play. Look at him bounce off the Kaufman and number 20, and then bounce to the outside and just run. Look at, he broke another tackle. 9-yard gain. Just refused to go down. He got 3rd and short.
Michael couldn't make the tackle his way. Close formation, power formation up there. No, fumble, ball is loose. It's a scramble, I believe. Berwick has it, but we'll wait for the signal, and indeed it is Berwick football. Shamokin makes a big mistake while they're driving, and there is an injury on the field. Number 70 for Berwick is down, and that is John Stoker. He is a key individual in this Berwick offense and defense as well. He's really holding that forearm and visibly in pain as he checks in with the trainer. 240-pound lineman, goes both ways, 6'3", and he's a tough kid. He's been starting for a couple of years here at Berwick. We'll have to check in with Colleen Connolly, who's working the sidelines today, check out on that injury, see how he's shaping up as he comes to the sidelines. And Berwick's got a chance now to get something going after a big turnover, Tony.
Well, that Shamokin put a couple nice runs together, and they were in real position to get another first down, and then we had a little handoff there. It's quarterback-center exchange really hurt Shamokin there. Let's see how Berwick can take advantage of this.
Once again, they have dual receivers to the right side. Robbins, the spread out, and he's going deep. Robbins looking for Bennett. Stamets intercepts the ball at the 5-yard line. That's another turnover now for Berwick, something that they don't want to do. George Curry always goes up top, tries to get the big bingo after a turnover. That time it backfires.
Brian Stamets, 6'3". He's one of the few guys I know as defensive back with that kind of size that can stay with Bennett.
I tell you what, Stamets did a great job of defense here, Tony.
It's great position. Look at the body position right there. Played the inside. The sideline helped him there, and he became the receiver when the ball went in the air.
Good point there. Bennett didn't have a chance on that one. Robbins just chucking that one up for grabs, and Shamokin takes over now at the 5-yard line. The handoff goes to Kurtz. There's nothing there. Kaufman again is planning some help there from the defensive back, comes up to make the tackle. The 3rd member of our crew, as we mentioned, is Colleen Connolly, and she joins us now from the sidelines.
Terry, if you're wondering what happened to John Stoker, I spoke with the team doctor. He says he extended his elbow a little bit. They took him into the locker room to make sure he's okay. He may be back. They're not sure. They'll have to check later. Back to you guys.
Okay, thanks a lot, Colleen. That would be a huge loss for Berwick. They have to get Stoker back in that lineup, an intricate part of the Berwick offense and defense. Take a good look at Kaufman there on a couple of big plays defensively for Berwick. Shamokin comes out now, 2nd and 8. The counter play once again to Wisłowski. He has a hole for a moment, but then is dragged down by number 40, Dave Beaupain. You're calling this guy's number a lot this afternoon.
Dave Beaupain. Okay, it's a little counter action out of the I formation. Beaupain takes his reads and down the line of scrimmage, and he's just where he's supposed to be. Makes the tackle, and he's certainly going to be, as we said, the end of this day, the career leader for Berwick Bulldogs tackle.
I know it's early, Tony, but it seems like the Berwick offensive line is doing a pretty good job of drive blocking and position blocking on Berwick right now, controlling that line of scrimmage.
Oh, well, that's what they want to do all year, Terry.
Power eye left side. They run it back to the right side, and this is Chad Ritchie, the explosive one. He is one tackler away from breaking it as Dave Keck drags him down at about the 20-yard line, but not before Ritchie picks up the first down, and he is one exciting player to watch any given day and any given play. He can break it.
All right, Berwick gave him a TNT look, and Shamokin had the perfect play. They came in the C-gap off tackle, and it was wide open, and he just made big yardage there.
Dave Keck comes up to make the tackle. Otherwise, he might have been gone for the touchdown.
Chad Ritchie, outstanding speed.
He is one heck of a player. It's 1st and 10. Shamokin trying to get a drive going here, and they give it to Jamie Wozlowski, but a tremendous effort right there by number 86 for Berwick, John Lipsy. He was in the backfield, shunned off a blocker, and made the tackle at the same time. Tremendous effort by Lipsy.
That excellent defensive end technique. John Lipsy, 6'1", 210-pound senior, made a big play there.
Take a look at this one again.
There you just beat the blocks. Just beat the blocks. Lisby in great position. That's the play they hurt Berwick with the series before that. They came short side off the power eye.
Well, you're not going to hurt Berwick too many times with the same play. They are adept at making adjustments. This is Scott Kurtz. Tries to bounce it outside, but is unable to. He's dragged down. And that was a big 3rd down play by Berwick. It may force Shamokin into a punting situation now. A gain of maybe a couple yards on the play.
Well, Shamokin, Coach Cicatano does not like to be in this position at 3rd and long. The passing game is not their strength. And against the wind, they put themselves quite a predicament here.
That's a good, very good point, Tony. If Shamokin is not successful on 1st and 2nd downs here this afternoon, they are going to dig themselves a big hole.
They got single back.
We've got 3rd and 12 right now. Berwick. Looks like they jumped the line of scrimmage with 2:14 left to play in the 1st quarter. Stamets might have drawn him offside with that staggered count. And they're going to march it off 5 yards the other way against Berwick, so that helps Shamokin out a little bit. But
Brian Stamets is very good at that. Every time they need that kind of thing, they'll use a staggered count to take the heat off them if they're going to try to throw the ball, Terry.
Brian Stamets, not a passer per se, but certainly a guy who can get it done. He's more than adequate quarterback, only a junior, and when he's forced to pass, he can. Look for him to go to his big play guy, Ritchie. They got the draw here, but there's nothing doing. Berwick is right there reading it perfectly. A sea of blue.
Mike Kaufman, number 20. Watch him on this one, Terry. He did an outstanding, just came right around the center and just read that perfectly.
Kaufman's all over the field playing inspired ball today as we take a look at it again.
Here he is. Nowhere to go, just perfect tackle. Just look at that technique, Terry. He was squared up and just took him right on, just the way you try to teach it from day one.
Near the back, that's something you don't want to see. Berwick back to receive this punt. It's number 88, J.J. Cleaver, high towering punt. He's going to let it bounce, and it takes a Berwick roll down at the 48-yard line of the Bulldogs as they take over on offense once again. And I got to believe this is a pretty important drive right now for Berwick. Very rarely do they get shut out in the 1st quarter. You got 1:22 to play here. They've got to get something going offensively. I'd assume they'd go back to that running game.
Well, I agree with you here, Terry. They got great field position the 2nd series in a row from the turnover previously to now. They've got great field position. They got the win, and they're only going to have the win for about another minute now, so they've got to take some advantage of it.
Bennett splits to the left. Kishball, the lone setback. Remley in motion. The inside handoff goes to Keck. He fumbles the football. Picks it back up, but I believe Shamokin has it, and they do. We have got a turnover fest going on so far here this afternoon at Crispin Field. Berwick very uncharacteristically self-destructing here in the 1st quarter.
This is just a little counterplay to the wing, and it's just a bad handoff between the quarterback Robbins and Dave Keck.
That's absolutely right. Robbins may be feeling a little bit of the nerves here this afternoon. Coach Curry doesn't want him to have to win the ball game for him, but in the same presence, he doesn't want him to lose the ball game. Just do what he has to do. The pitch goes to Kurtz that time. Not a very good game that time as the defensive front 4 for the Berwick line is there to make the stop.
John Lisby again on that one, Terry, doing the job that he's supposed to do at that defensive end position. Outstanding technique.
Berwick has tightened it up defensively so far. They're not giving up the big chunks of yardage. Let's see what Shamokin does to counter that. Clouds are looming over Crispin Field right now. It is looking awfully gray out there. We hope the rain or whatever's on its way holds off, as this should be the final play of the first quarter. Second and 10, I should say, and the handoff goes to Kurtz. He's corralled only after about a 2-yard gain, and that should do it to end the first quarter. Shamokin has played an inspired first quarter of football as they lead the Berwick Bulldogs at the end of one. The score, 7-0 in the AAA championship of the Eastern Conference. Back with second quarter action after this.
The doors are open to the best of 94. It's Toyota's first sales event of the new model year. Camry, the best car built in America. Now with a low Toyota Touch lease. Or check out a more personal-sized Camry, the all-new 2-door coupe, developed and built in America. Or how about the most technologically advanced Celica ever, the all-new 94 Celica. We're keeping the doors open on this event, but not for long. You get the best Toyota.
The First National Bank of Berwick, in touch with local residents for over 127 years. We'll still be here tomorrow, ready to fill your needs with quality personal service. Visit the First National Bank of Berwick at 5 convenient locations. We're staying in touch with you in downtown Berwick, on 3rd Street in Nescopeck, on Fowler Avenue in East Berwick, on Fries Avenue, Berwick, and on Route 11, Scott Township. Ask about the convenient services of personal touch banking. The First National Bank of Berwick, always in touch with you.
Like everybody else, I worry about rising health care costs. And like everybody else, I want the best for my family. So I did my homework and looked at all the health plans around. And I'm just really impressed with the Geisinger health plan. You get 100% coverage on almost everything with no deductibles and no claim forms. But there's another reason I like Geisinger, the most important reason.
Dr. Davis, telephone, please. Dr. Davis.
I know how good their care is.
Dr. Bruce, telephone, please.
Toro snow throwers move snow, lots of snow. At Barry Service Station, they move lots of Toro snow throwers. You get a 3-year new equipment warranty, dependable service, a huge parts inventory, and a big selection of Toro snow throwers. State Senator Bob Mello answers your questions on the next Sunday Live.
Welcome back to Crispin Field in Berwick, everyone. Terry Gurn along with Scranton Prep head coach Tony Cantapia. Let's check in with Colleen Connolly now.
Terry and Tony, everyone knew this was going to be a big game, and if you need to be convinced, take a look behind me. There's not a seat left in this stadium, and you want to know where they're at? They're standing along the sidelines. They're about 3 rows back behind the end zone, so a big game here at Crispin Field this afternoon. Hardly a seat in the house. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Colleen. Shamokin attempts its first pass of the day, and it's caught by Chad Ritchie. Tremendous catch as he extends himself and breaks it down at the 28-yard line of Berwick. Nice-looking play there by the Indians.
Oh, Brian Stemets, what a great touch. Watch the touch that Stemets puts on this one, Terry. He's looking for Ritchie over here, right over Bolt Payne. That is pro-level touch. That's an outstanding pass there.
Nice pass, what you want to do, get it over the linebackers and before the defensive backs, and that's exactly what Brian Stamets did on that play, and a big play for Shamokin. 1st and 10, throwing the football, something you don't see very much, but they get the first down, and they're at the 28-yard line. The pitch goes to Kurtz, but he is wrapped up there in a hurry by Ryan Wolf, the big nose guard, the senior, who has 8 sacks out of the year. He wasn't fooled on that play.
So that's one of Shamokin's bread and butter plays, a quick pitch to Kurtz, and Wolf just down the line got off the block. That's where you use your quickness, Terry, right there, and he did an outstanding job there.
There's no substitute for quickness and speed. We talked about that earlier today, huh?
No, you gotta have it. You gotta have it on this level.
All right, 2nd and 11 now for Shamokin as they set up in the I formation. Receivers to either side. Play action pass now for Stamets. He's got pressure from Wolf, and Wolf has his 9th sack of the season. Stamets didn't have a chance.
Ryan Wolf, 5'10", 190-pound senior. Again, it looks like the Shamokin offensive line having a little trouble dealing with Mr. Wolf.
Mike Kaufman was the big contributor on the first couple of series. Now Ryan Wolf gets back-to-back big plays for the Berwick defense. And, you know, that's how Berwick operates, it seems like. When a team does get a big play, a rare big play against them, they always come back and counter with a couple of big plays.
That's playing with heart, and it's always intensity and focus for 48 minutes there.
Full house backfield for the Indians as Ritchie comes in motion to the right. Stamets wants to pass again. This time he's flushed from the pocket, runs back to his left, and Stamets is in trouble. Guess who? Ryan Wolf, and that is a big, big loss.
Ryan Wolf again, Terry.
Stamets had some time at the beginning, it looked like, at the beginning of that play, but all of a sudden the pass protection broke down and he was running for his life.
Oh, he was. That last play is one of Shamokin's favorites, so they go straight T and they bring back in motion, and Berwick was waiting for it, had it covered, and I give that a covered sack on that one, Terry.
Good point, and a good defensive stand by the Bulldogs after that big first down play by Shamokin as they boot this one away. The punt is going towards the corner. Cleaver is racing over towards it, but the ball looks like it's going to find its way out of bounds and will just get down at the 21-yard line of Berwick as they take over on offense once again, desperately seeking to get something moving. We very rarely talk about Berwick struggling on offense, but so far this afternoon they have. We're looking at 3 turnovers so far today, 2 by Berwick, 1 by Shamokin, so I think maybe nerves are playing a part early on here.
Well, I don't know if it's nerves or just the toughness of both defenses, Terry.
George Curry in his 23rd season, good shot at him. He's not getting nervous yet. It's early yet, only second quarter. As the handoff goes to Russ Stoico. And just like that, they get a big gainer on first down and a late hit after the punt, after the play. That penalty should be on Stamets as the Bulldog faithful going wild after that call.
Boy, that's what drives the coach crazy. Watch the replay here. They ran that counter again.
Oh, look at that hole.
Great kick-out block. And Stoico field for about a 15-yard gain, attack another 15. That'll drive a coach crazy. Terry, those late hits like that, there's really no excuse for that.
It's bad enough you get a big play and then tack on an extra 15, and that really does 2 things. It gets your team down yardage-wise and gives Berwick that much more momentum.
That's correct.
47-yard line, Berwick goes to work. The power play goes to the left side. Stoico following his blockers, but is wrestled down there by big number 75, Tim Heitzman. He just hog-tied him.
That was that little trap play there, the same as the previous play with Jason Kalbach, a 5'10", 230-pound junior, kicking out the defensive end, and good 4-yard gain for first down.
That Berwick offensive line, what a tremendous game they had last week against Becca High. They really owned the ball game.
Here it is.
I really believe that win went to them.
Here's the trap block that they did, and number 75 there for Shamokin made a nice stop.
Heitzman with the stop as Robbins has the keeper on the left side. He's got blockers out front. He's going to be close to the first down as he stretches across the 47-yard line. It's going to be close. Actually down to the 43. That should bring a measurement. But Berwick always loves to run the quarterback. Paulus is a tremendous runner out of the backfield this year, or last year rather. Pecorelli was the man early in the season. Now Robbins is picking up where they've left off.
Well, it really stresses your defense because you really got to contend with 4 people carrying the football, Terry, and certainly from a coaching standpoint, linebackers can't be just keying fullback or halfback. They know that quarterback's going to keep the football.
And there's the measurement. You can't get much closer than that. A couple of inches, but how about the job Sam Chickatano has done this year, Phil, Tony? He's just taken this team. I asked him, what did he realistically expect from this team this year coming in? He expected maybe 7 wins. He's 11-1. You can't ask much more than that.
No, you can't. He instilled his style of football, and it's worked perfect for the material he's had, and they've come up with some big football, some big wins for them, obviously. Outdid his own expectations.
Curry, just a run-of-the-mill 12-0 season for them.
They just keep coming.
A whole home 12-0 season for them. 3rd and inches, Robbins takes it, no problem. He's across the 40-yard line, out to about the 37 of Shamokin. That was easy.
Shamokin likes to gang up on that A-gap, as we call it. Here's the replay. See the A-gap? And Robin just came over B-gap, just took the step out. George had that perfectly scouted. Knew where he's going to have to go in short yardage.
Well, this is something that George Curry wanted right now. A long, sustained drive. Bennett split left, Remley split right as Berwick comes out of the I formation. The counter play once again goes to Stoico. Nice running up the middle, gain of about 7 yards.
George. Terry, that's that same play. We've seen that play about a half a dozen times now. It's been consistent yardage gainer for it, and watch for George. Looks like he's going to stay right with it and run it right down their throats, it looks like.
Keep going to the well. We'll call that a gain of 6 now, and it's 2nd and 4 for Berwick at the Shamokin 34-yard line.
Shamokin's got Heitzman and Law there in the middle right now.
Remley's in the slot. Bennett split left. Remley's in motion, and it's the inside handoff to Stoiko, and he's hit there quickly by number 55 from Shamokin, Tom Taylor. He's a first-year player, and it's something we want to allude to. There are 5 starters playing football for the first time at this level on Shamokin. What Sam Chickatano did, he just went out and recruited these kids. A lot of big kids at the school not playing football. He went out and got 11 kids that never played football before, and I think that's a big testament.
That's absolutely incredible, Terry. You just don't hear about that kind of thing today. Again, to bring a team to this level with first-year players like that.
Pruitt calls a quick play, and they have everybody out. No back formation, no backs, and Remley throws the quickie. It's out there to Keck. He makes the catch at the inside the 30-yard line. That's well enough for the first down. That's all they needed, the quick out. Keck hooks it up, gets the first down. It's a good confidence builder for Dave Robbins, too, the young sophomore quarterback.
Oh, yes, Terry, that's exactly just what I was just thinking as I watched him play. Good balance. Dave Keck, hero last week in the game against Beck.
Yep, that 50-yard touchdown catch to seal it. Big one from Becca High last week. They didn't throw much last week, but when they did, it worked. This is a handoff to big Jeremy Kishball, the fullback up the middle, his second carry on the day.
Only a sophomore, 6'2", 205, Jeremy Kishball. I'll tell you, the young people that George has out there for him, it bodes very well for the future.
Yeah, it certainly does. Referees.
That tank factory behind Berwick Stadium makes you wonder. It's no longer in use, but certainly reminded of that fullback play up the middle there.
Hank Kishball going up the middle. 2nd and 7 now for Berwick. Looking for the pass here as Remley goes in motion to the right. Fake by Robbins, and he's decided to keep it. He's got some running room. Stretches out there towards the first down. It's going to be close, I believe. He got it up for the first down. Good heads-up play by the sophomore quarterback, seeing an opening and taking it.
This is a little waggle action here. They faked that counter that they've used about 2 or 3 times, and the Shamokin end got pinned inside, and Dave Robbins just did what a headsy quarterback is going to do. The receiver was covered, and he just took it up the sidelines for a nice gain.
Hard looks in for a defensive end. Contain. If you don't contain, then you're not doing your job, and Robbins exploited at that time. But this team is so hard to defense, Tony. They have so many looks.
I was just going to say, I've been trying to count the number of sets we've seen within the first quarter and a half now. At about 15, I think.
Well, in case you're wondering, there's only 5:31 left in the second quarter. This is a long, sustained drive for Berwick as the handoff goes to Stoiko up the middle. He bangs it hard up in there and gets it to about the 15-yard line. Tough run by Stoiko, but a good gain as he gets the first down.
Russ Stoiko, 5'10", 180 pound, another sophomore. That was a... All right, this is a fullback dive. Again, we said that B-gap is where you're going to run against Shamokin in short yardage, and they got 3 yards when they only needed about a half. Berwick is using what we call a double tight, double flank when they want to get into to do some running inside. It's been effective for them.
They come out in the I formation now. Bennett to the right, Remley to the left. Robbins. The counter play once again goes to Stoiko. He gains about 4 more yards on the play. The counter play continues to be productive for the Bulldogs.
Now they're going the other way to the right. Bob Krupp, 6'2", 235-pound senior, led that one and trapped. Another very good gainer on first down, 4 yards. You can't have 3 times 4. So, plenty.
That's a good point. And when Berwick is in 2nd and 6, that really opens up a lot of options for this team. They are most dangerous in situations like this. Keck is to the left. The handoff goes to the big fullback Kishball. But he's hit immediately at the line of scrimmage. That was big Chris Wall making the initial hit.
And number 2, Jeff Steele. Again, he just came real hard on that. Didn't read a little inside A-gap stunt. He was there and met the fullback at the line of scrimmage.
Carl Baskin also getting a piece of the running back. You talk about...
Here it is there.
Steele, he's a tough player up the middle.
You can't see him. He's at the bottom of that pile.
That's where he usually is.
He loves that. He loves to get down in dirt.
Big play here for Berwick right now. 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs as Remley goes in motion once again. Robbins on the roll to his left. He's looking towards the end zone for Bennett, but overthrows him. Bennett was open for a moment. Robbins couldn't find him the football.
Terry, that was another variation of that same counter action that he faked. And it's a little bit of a waggle, we call it, coming back this way. And he had Bennett open if he just couldn't get the ball over that outside shoulder.
This is a situation where Berwick utilizes Bennett because he's so much taller than everyone else, and they can throw that timing pattern up there, and usually big old Mike can reach up there and out-jump everybody.
All right, here it is. They have the man in motion to fake the inside, and I think he just rushed that one, and he was covered. Stamets, again, at 6'3". He's one of, as I said, one of the few defensive backs that can match up with Bennett because of that height differential.
Well, we've seen that so far. It looks like Sam Chicatano is going with Stamets on Bennett, man-to-man coverage, and that's a good call. Height on a height, and 2 athletes going at it here this afternoon.
Yeah, that's for sure. Not many coaches have that luxury.
Stay tuned. Championship Saturday is just getting started. At the conclusion of our game here in Berwick, our Championship Saturday triple header continues with John Nugent and J.P. Mack calling the action back at Lackawanna County Stadium in the Division 2 AAA Championship game featuring the Buckhorns of Wall Fallback and the Trojans of North Pocono. That's coming up next right here on TV 22. Colleen Connolly, what do you have for us? Go ahead, Colleen.
Tony and Terry, if you can hear me right now, ever since opening kickoff, Shamokin fans have been excited, and you guys are touchdown man. And
we're trying to do our best to keep these fans going.
Beat the Indian here.
We're the Indian, and we're ready.
Purple power.
Purple power in the Indian here, and we're just having a ball here. It's a rough game, but I think Shamokin Indian is going to come out on top.
Okay, all right, back to you guys, back to you.
Well, as you saw and heard, Berwick gets on the board on a tremendous play that time by Robbins as he finds his money man, Dave Keck, wide open on the left side. Beautiful play by Berwick as they get on the board.
That was a waggled throwback, Terry. They gave it a little, here it comes. There's going to be a little wing tee set. There he goes, like he's rolling right, and look at him throw back, Keck up the sidelines. And he defensive end try to cover him, and a total mismatch.
That's a little bit of a mismatch there as number 79, John Walsh, is trying to cover Keck. The extra point is no good by Mike Fedorko. That could come into play. That's a big miss that time by Fedorko, and the Shamokin fans are on their feet after that one.
Oh, that's very unusual there. Fedorko's a very reliable place kicker.
Well, in typical Berwick fashion, they come right back down the field, a long, sustained march that really wears down the defense of any team, but they miss the extra point and trail by 1, but a big play by the sophomore quarterback after a couple of errant throws early on, but comes back, and that was a big heads-up play by the sophomore.
Yes, it was.
Let's take a look at that scoring drive now. Look at that, 14 plays in the time of possession, 5:35, and they marched it nearly 80 yards for that touchdown.
Scoring drives of more than 10 plays are coaches, their dreams. Their dreams. You want to keep the ball away and points on the board. And it's a Berwick running game, Terry.
Yep. Good point. Back deep now to receive for Shamokin. Wazlowski's to the right. And it looks like number 34 back there, Scotty Kurtz in the middle, along with the dangerous one, Chad Ritchie.
I'll be very surprised if this ball gets in the air to either Kurtz or Ritchie.
I tell you what, these 3 back here are 3 of the most dangerous kick returners you'll want to have on a football field.
That's for sure, Terry.
Fedorko kicking it off. He's going right down the middle, and it's Kurtz at the 20-yard line. Kurtz has some blocking, finds an opening to the left side. Kurtz makes it across the 40-yard line before being tripped up there by number 26, Jason Weaver, the junior.
Very good field position on this one.
Nice return for Shamokin, and They are in business at the 40-yard line with 3:44 to play before halftime.
Never thought that they'd be trying to kick that ball the way they did, Terry.
Yeah, I know, right down the middle.
Right down the middle.
That's asking for trouble, and they were going against the wind as well. This is something we're going to want to check on. Dave Robbins looks like he's holding his left hand. He might have banged it on that last play. 1st and 10 here for Shamokin as we go back to live play. And that's Chad Ritchie getting the ball to the 45-yard line. Nice gain on 1st down. Gets a gain of about 4 yards. We'll call it 2nd and 6.
That power eye set, Terry, they put Ritchie as the power eye back and give it to him with the 2 lead backs, and he picked up a nice gain of 4 yards on 1st down.
Well, no doubt that's the key for Shamokin today. If they can get positive yardage on 1st and 2nd down, they should be in this ball game till the end.
I don't think Coach Secantano wants to do anything too foolish here with 3 minutes to go. They want to just keep the ball on the ground.
Power eye left. Kurtz once again, boy, he is wrapped up there in a hurry. Kaufman comes up with the football, but he was down. Wolf is in there with the stick and a couple of other big blue jerseys.
I see John Stoker, the captain there. Stoker, 6'3", 235 senior in the middle of that also, Terry.
Quarterback, hear that? Guys, hey, we got...
Here are some other scores going on around the area as you check your screen, and we'll pick up action at 3rd down and 5 for Shamokin. Key play here for the Indians. They don't want to give Berwick the football again before halftime. The quick pass goes to Ritchie. Nice looking play. He gets across midfield. He picks up the 1st down. Beautifully designed play. Shamokin had it called.
Yeah, that's a trips left and a little slip screen to get the ball to Ritchie. Here it comes. There's a trips to the left, and there's 2 blockers out there already. You can see them. And Ritchie gets behind them and picks up about 11 yards on a 1st down.
All Ritchie has to do basically on that play is beat Mike Bennett to the stick. Bennett was about 8 yards off the ball, so he had the advantage with the blockers out there.
That is correct, and the ball has to be delivered, and Stemets did a good job getting the football.
Once again, Shamokin comes out in the power eye formation to the right. The blitz is on for Berwick, but no, they call it off. The pass now for Chicatano, broken up by Keck, and it looks like to be caught by Dave Beaupain. If he caught that, what a tremendous effort. We'll wait for the signal by the referee. No, I don't believe he made the catch, but what an effort anyway, and a good defensive play by Dave Keck.
They go with a little play action on 1st down, Terry. I'm very surprised on this. In a roll, and he tries to go to Secatano, number 88, and Keck, great athletic effort to knock the ball down and almost an interception.
Dave Beaupain spent much of his lifetime in Australia. He played Australian rules football. Moved to Berwick in 1987, so if you can play that game, you can play any game. That's a tough game. 3 receivers to the right for Shamokin now. The pitch goes to Kurtz, the quick one. He gets it out across the 45-yard line down to about the 43 of Berwick.
Guess who made the tackle? Dave Beaupain.
Big 4-0. He's all over the place. You'll be hard-pressed to find a tougher kid on the football field than Beaupain. Not a big guy, but he can certainly make his presence known in a hurry.
Tremendous heart. You don't play that way at that size without tremendous heart and intensity.
Right. Well, Shamokin's got a pretty decent drive going here, but it's 3rd and 5. Another key 3rd down conversion for Berwick. Split backs in the backfield. Stamets back to pass, sprints out left, has time, throws across the middle. And number 37, Carl Baskin, can't come up with the catch. Let's go down to Colleen Connolly now with an update on quarterback Dave Robbins.
Terry and Tony, before Dave Robbins was holding his left hand, he bruised some fingers on his left hand. Don't worry, it's not his passing hand. He's going to be back in the game after this. Back to you guys.
No surprise there. You had to expect this kid's going to be back in there. All these players on this field are intense competitors.
And don't let little bruises on a day like today stop you from playing.
Big play for Berwick defensively there as they force Shamokin to punt. Weichel takes his time with a high towering pump. Gets a beautiful roll. This thing is going to die inside the 5-yard line. Nice punt that time by number 26, Brian Weichel for Shamokin. So Berwick only has 1:13 to work with, but I've seen it done before. They've got 95 yards to go, but anything can happen.
95 yards into the wind too, Terry. So it's a tall task. I have to guess that George's going to be content to run this half off down in here. I'd be very surprised if he does anything to too radical. Maybe a short, something short.
I agree with a sophomore quarterback backed up against your own end zone in the first half, not going as you'd expect. You don't want to have anything dangerous happen. Big hole there for Stoiko up the middle, though. He gets a nice gainer on first down. He's out close to the 15-yard line.
It's that same counter power, and again, a nice big gain in 8 yards on first down with 50 seconds to go.
2nd and 2 for Berwick.
Here it is, that same little counter trap, and Stoiko's been picking up a lot of yardage on that in his first half.
Boy, what a job Stoiko has done. He started since Game 5 when B.J. Hayes went down. George Curry inserted him into the lineup, put the onus on him to run the football 736 yards up to this point. And it's the big fullback, Jeremy Kishball. Boy, this is more work than this guy's gotten all year. He's had a few carries this afternoon. Gets a gain there off the right side for the first down for the Bulldogs.
Well, he's only had like 19 carries for the entire season, so he's had about 3 or 4 in this first half.
He's loving this. He's getting a lot of work. Take a look at it again.
Here it is. It's just a straight on to the fullback, and that zone block and just one-on-one up front, and he picks a nice hole and hard running. Again, a sophomore.
Well, with 18 seconds left and the clock counting down, this will be the last play before halftime. Berwick content with just running down the clock, and they won't even get a play off.
No, they're not. Doesn't look like they're going to run it there.
George Curry will be satisfied with going into the locker room at 7-6. Not going to try to put things up from the last play of the first half. But the Shamokin Indians come in as the visitor and the underdog and take a 7-6 lead at halftime over the powerful Berwick Bulldogs. An impressive performance in the first half here, Tony, by Shamokin.
Well, they've really hung tough, Terry. That defensively, they've not allowed Berwick to make the big plays. Berwick had an outstanding drive to get their touchdown, but there haven't been any big plays yet except for the run back.
Well, I'm sure Sam Chicatano has got to be ecstatic about this first half. A few penalties and a few turnovers have been a problem, but we'll go to Colleen Connolly to see what Sam thinks of that first half.
Terry and Tom, thank you very much. Sam Chicatano with us right now, and you guys, right from the opening kickoff, took control. What are you going to tell your players at halftime?
Well, we got to make a couple changes. We've moved the ball a little bit, but we're not moving it consistently enough, and I think we have to try and control line of scrimmage a little bit more. They had one real good drive and missed the extra point, but there's a lot of football to be played, Jim.
Okay, how about your defense? Are you satisfied with that?
Yeah, our defense is playing well. Like you said, they had the one drive, and I don't think we're going to change too much on defense, but we got to look at our offense and see if we can move the ball a little bit more consistently.
All right, Sam, thank you very much. Good luck in the second half. So it's up to Berwick now to play come-from-behind football. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Colleen and Sam. Sam trying to keep an even keel, not getting too excited with a one-point lead at halftime. It's 7-6, Shamokin over Berwick. Back with more halftime activities after this.
The American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, Council 13, prides itself as one of the most democratic institutions in the world's greatest republic, the United States of America. We urge all of our citizens to exercise our right that serves as the keystone of our great country, our right to elect the leaders of our government.
The First National Bank of Berwick, in touch with local residents for over 127 years. We'll still be here tomorrow, ready to fill your needs with quality personal service. Visit the First National Bank of Berwick at 5 convenient locations. We're staying in touch with you in downtown Berwick, on 3rd Street in Nescopeck, on Fowler Avenue in East Berwick, on Fries Avenue, Berwick, and on Route 11, Scott Township. Ask about the convenient services of personal touch banking. The First National Bank of Berwick, always in touch with you.
Opening the doors on the best of 94. The best of 94. It's Toyota's first sales event of the new model year. Get the truck line ranked #1 in customer satisfaction by J.D. Power and Associates. Get factory dealer incentives on the big Toyota T100. Save on extra value packages on trucks built in America. Take advantage of our new Toyota Touch lease on any Toyota truck. Toyota quality, Toyota lease, factory dealer incentives, option package savings. November, the best time to buy. It's the best Toyota.
Snapper snow throwers get the job done. At Berry Service Station, they get the job done. A 3-year new equipment warranty, dependable service, a huge parts inventory, and a large selection of Snapper snow throwers.
Today's WYOU Sports Eastern Conference Championship game is brought to you by your friends at Toyota. For quality and value, see your local Toyota dealer. The First National Bank of Berwick. The Geisinger Health Plan. and ASME Council 13.
Welcome back to Crispin Field in Berwick, everyone, where the Shamokin Indians lead the Berwick Bulldogs 7-6 at halftime of the AAA championship game of the Eastern Conference. Right now, we're going to check in with the Shamokin Area High School Marching Band. The Shamokin Area Marching Band consists of 101 musicians and 22 band front members under the direction of Lawrence R. Cooper. Drum majors are Melody Oakley and Diana Schrader. Their 1993 field program begins with Tchaikovsky's Fourth Symphony with a few whimsical twists. Other selections are Moon Dance, Carnival, and the soloists are Greg Valina, Corey Colton, Chris Chapman, and Ed Cornrock. Back with more halftime activities here at Crispin Field right after this.
Shamokin Area High School, located in the heart of Northumberland County, serves the educational needs of the communities of Cole Township, East Cameron Township, and the Shamokin area. The large modern facility offers a comprehensive and diversified curriculum, including advanced placement courses in art and calculus, as well as English seminars, advanced chemistry, astronomy, horticulture, marketing, and computer programming. An excellent physical education program is offered to all students. The spacious auditorium hosts many school concerts, musicals, and community meetings. Extracurricular highlights include marching and concert bands, orchestra and concert choir, which have won many awards for outstanding performances. 40 teachers, a nurse, and 2 guidance counselors are dedicated to the well-being of the school's 800 students. Located in the western end of Cole Township, the facility features an indoor pool, observatory, greenhouse, and library. A state-of-the-art audio-visual studio allows students to produce their own programs, which air during homeroom periods. Our students are provided excellent opportunities to succeed. Come visit the home of the Indians, the pride of the Shamokin Area High School.
The staff at Villa Capri Incorporated would like to wish the Berwick Bulldogs all the luck in the playoffs. And we invite you to see our completely remodeled lounge, ramped entrance, and off-street parking area. Villa Capri serves delicious lunches Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and dinner daily from 5 p.m. till 10 p.m. Terry, Donna, and Julie would like to thank all of our friends and customers for making the past 10 years successful. For dining at its finest, visit Villa Capri, 11th and Mulberry Streets in Berwick.
For expert equipment, one name says it. Valley Rental. From the best in aerial platforms in all shapes and sizes, to aerators and augers for the yard, and a complete line of contractors' equipment. Check us out. Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5. Saturday, 7:30 to 4. Valley Rental at the corner of Hazel Street and Wilkes-Barre Boulevard, Wilkes-Barre.
The doors are open to the best of 94. The best of 94. It's Toyota's first sales event of the new model year. Camry, the best car built in America. Now with a low Toyota Touch lease. Or check out a more personal-sized Camry, the all-new two-door coupe, developed and built in America. Or how about the most technologically advanced Celica ever, the all-new 94 Celica. We're keeping the doors open on this event, but not for long. You get the best Toyota.
The First National Bank of Berwick, in touch with local residents for over 127 years. We'll still be here tomorrow, ready to fill your needs with quality personal service. Visit the First National Bank of Berwick at 5 convenient locations. We're staying in touch with you in downtown Berwick, on 3rd Street in Nescopeck, on Fowler Avenue in East Berwick, on Fries Avenue, Berwick, and on Route 11, Scott Township. Ask about the convenient services of personal touch banking. The First National Bank of Berwick, always in touch with you.
For expert equipment, one name says it. Valley Rental. From the best in aerial platforms in all shapes and sizes, to aerators and augers for the yard, and a complete line of contractors' equipment. Check us out. Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5. Saturday, 7:30 to 4. Valley Rental at the corner of Hazel Street and Wilkes-Barre Boulevard, Wilkes-Barre.
The staff at Villa Capri Incorporated would like to wish the Berwick Bulldogs all the luck in the playoffs. And we invite you to see our completely remodeled lounge, ramped entrance, and off-street parking area. Villa Capri serves delicious lunches Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and dinner daily from 5 p.m. till 10 p.m. Terry, Donna, and Julie would like to thank all of our friends and customers for making the past 10 years successful. For dining at its finest, visit Villa Capri, 11th and Mulberry Streets in Berwick.
The greater Berwick area has a population of 22,000 people. The community is situated along the Susquehanna River about 30 miles southwest of Wilkes-Barre and is readily accessible from Interstate 80. The school district serves over 4,000 students and encompasses over 100 square miles. The senior high school houses 930 students in grades 9 through 12. Academically, students enjoy a wide variety of choices when selecting areas of study. The college preparatory curriculum offers many challenging courses in all subject areas, including both advanced placement and honors courses. Those choosing the business curriculum are very well prepared to continue their education in those areas or to enter the workforce. On the average, well over 60% of Berwick's graduates go on to post-secondary education. In addition to an excellent balance of academic offerings, Berwick students are provided with a wide variety of extracurricular activities. There are 22 interscholastic varsity sports programs. There are also 24 clubs and organizations, including academic achievement groups, musical groups, publications, dramatics, and various service organizations. Berwick High School is proud of the outstanding achievements of its students and the community's commitment to the total educational program.
Welcome back to Crispin Field in Berwick, where the Bulldogs trail the Shamokin Indians 7-6 at halftime. I'm Terry Gurn here, along with a familiar face to Berwick fans and football fans across Northeast Pennsylvania, Ron Pollis, the quarterback from Notre Dame. And Ron, first of all, I have to ask you, has the cloud lifted over South Bend yet after that devastating loss?
No, not yet. I don't know about South Bend, but I'll tell you, the locker room and the football program, it really hasn't lifted. There was so much was riding on that Florida State game. When we did that, you know, it was like we were just looking forward to going to the bowl game, which bowl game are we going to go to, and then all of a sudden Wednesday we decided, oh yeah, we have to play Boston College, and that's really what happened. And then, you know, it's just dead around campus. Our season, you know, it's kind of shot now.
What do you think about this ball game here this afternoon? I know you haven't had a chance to see these two teams this afternoon or this year. What do you think has gone on this afternoon? Uncharacteristically down by a point at halftime.
Yeah, well, it's a good game. I mean, you got two good football teams here. Shamokin's a great team. You're seeing that, and Berwick is always going to have a pretty good team, and it's playing to be a pretty good game right now, and hopefully Berwick can come back, pull it off.
Expect your buddy George to throw it up a little bit more here in the second.
I hope so. I'd like to see the ball go up in the air more, yeah.
Yeah, I know you do. So would we. Ron, thanks a lot. Appreciate it, and good luck to you the rest of the way at Notre Dame. Now let's check in with the Berwick High School Marching Band. the Berwick High School Marching Band. We will be back with third quarter action and some first half statistics after this. Shamokin leads Berwick 7-6.
Today's WYOU Sports Eastern Conference Championship game is brought to you by your Quality Plus Ford dealers, the Geisinger Health Plan, AFSCME Council 13, and Franklin First. When it comes to banking, see Franklin First.
Take it from the Truck Authority. It's the baddest compact pickup around. The 94 Ford Ranger. For the past 6 years straight, it's been America's #1 selling compact pickup. And now you can drive this loaded Ranger XLT for just $199 a month. This deal is so good, it's bad. See your Quality Plus Ford dealer today. The Truck Authority.
Bad to the bone. Bad.
AFSCME, the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees. Who are we? We're a statewide union of 95,000 public employees, more than 10,000 in northeastern Pennsylvania, working as employees of our Commonwealth, counties, communities, and private nonprofit health care facilities to protect and improve your health, safety, and prosperity. We're your next-door neighbors.
It's not how big or powerful you are that inspires confidence, but rather a sensitivity to what's really important. That's the key. In banking, folks really want simple, low-cost checking accounts. After all, writing a check to pay a bill is painful enough. So the checking fee should be low and the level of service high. That's how you win people's confidence.
If you're paying bills and high checking fees, maybe it's time for a change. See Franklin First.
Back to Crispin Field, everyone, where we've just completed a somewhat strange first half football here. Strange in the fact that, first of all, the way it started. Electrifying start for the Indians.
Yes, number 20, Jamie Wisłowski. You watch here, he almost slips right there, keeps his balance, and then it's a straight-ahead middle wedge, Terry, and just very good blocking. Just sidesteps one tackler there, a missed tackle there, and he is gone.
Keck was the last man to have a shot at Wisłowski, but there you see the speed of Shamokin. Good mix of speed and size on this team, and they went off to a very quick start. First play of the game, 6-0, Shamokin on top. They kicked the extra point, and it's 7-0 at that point. Berwick did not get down on themselves, though. They came back and did a pretty good job as they retaliated with a good drive right before halftime. And here's the touchdown, Tony.
This is Robbins rolling right, and it's a waggle throwback. He's got Keck, who came back out of the backfield, and they tried to cover him with number 79 defensive end, and it was all over.
It certainly was a big mismatch. John Wallish, no way, is going to cover the elusive Dave Keck, the hero last week who made that beautiful catch. Let's take a look at the Pepsi halftime statistics now. Take a look at them. Relatively even, Tony. 22 plays, 26 plays, and first downs all the way down the line, except for rushing yardage in favor of Berwick.
Yeah, the thing there that strikes you is that 20 passing yards for Berwick in the first half. That's unusually low for them at any time.
Yeah, just talking with Ron off camera, Ron Paulus, and he is wondering if this is Berwick out there. Not throwing the football too much, but that wind is really a factor with George Curry, with a young quarterback, and it was last week. The running game was effective enough to beat Becca High, but so far this afternoon they may have to loosen it up just a little bit here in the second half to get some more points on the board.
Well, Berwick has had the best of it since that kickoff return, I'd say, Terry. They've been able to move the ball more consistently than Shamokin. And Shamokin's going to have to come up with another big play if they want to win this football game in the second half.
Tomorrow is doubleheader day for the NFL on CBS. Coverage starts at 1 o'clock. The Eagles at the Redskins, followed by Phoenix and the New York Giants at 4. All the action begins with the NFL Today at 12:30. That's CBS Sports coverage of the NFL on TV 22 WYOU. Interesting enough, we should point out that Berwick won the toss in the first half. They elected to defer, and Shamokin answered with that return. Here Shamokin kicks off, and Berwick just lays on the ball. I believe that was J.J. Cleaver falling on it for Berwick at about the 24-yard line. But Berwick does that a lot. They'll win the toss, but they'll elect to defer. And here, that backfires against them as Shamokin ran back at it. Berwick takes over here, 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line. And as we've said, down here, I didn't realize how much wind there was, Tony, until I just went down on the field. It is gusting.
Certainly going to have an effect.
From end to end. I formation, the counter play once again goes to Stoyko. He's wrapped up there by number 79, John Walsh, or he could have been gone for a lot more yardage.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is that same counter power, and they just keep coming back to it. They can't stop it. George says that they can't stop it, we're just going to keep running it.
Boy, they must... Sorry about that, Tony. They must have run this thing already at least a dozen times.
It seems that way. Like every other running play is that counter power.
Nice gain, 7 yards. 2nd and 3 for Berwick. Lone setback. Kishball is back there. Remley and Keck are split to the right side. Bennett to the left, and it's the option. Robbins kind of stumbles forward, but he may have got enough for the first down. I don't believe so, but it'll be close.
That was Tripp's right that time, and he faked that quarterback or that fullback on, which they've been running successfully, and just took it off tackle and slipped up, or else he would have had some nice yardage.
That's a rare option package you see from Berwick. I haven't seen too much of that this year from them. Robbins is short of the first down. It's 3rd and a very short 1 yard. Stoyko is the single setback. He gets the call up the gut, and the surge is enough for the first down. He gets that ball out there to the 35-yard line, well enough for the first down. Berwick converts. Nothing fancy here.
Well, this is just the same play they've pretty much come to every short yardage, and they just block it down, and Stoyko gets that 2 yards he needed, 1 and first down.
Berwick 4 for 6 on 3rd down conversions on the afternoon, so they have been successful there. 1st and 10, I formation. They shift out of it. No running backs in the backfield now for Robbins. Quick step, fires out to Bennett. Bennett has to come back for the football, makes the catch at the 39-yard line. The ball was behind him.
Well, Robbins did a heck of a job getting the ball off that time, Terry, and the short stop to Bennett.
Talk about his release, Tony.
Watch the 3 steps, boom, and if he didn't, he was sacked. Outstanding, and Bennett did a great job coming back for that ball, getting his elbows together and taking it off the turf.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6 now for Berwick. I formation, and there's that counter again. Stoyko bangs it up in there. He's going to be close to yet another first down as Chad Ritchie came in to make the slam at the end of that play. He's just
the same play. Here we go. The guard pulls and kicks the end, and they just down block that, Terry, and they're just wiping out that entire. That time they ran right and wiped out the entire left side of the Shamokin defensive front.
Sam Chicatano has to be concerned. He doesn't want Berwick to come out here with a long sustained drive, but that's what they're doing so far. The handoff goes to the big fullback up the middle, Kishball, but boy, he's wrapped up there in a hurry, and a little bit of jawing going back and forth after that play.
Chris Waugh didn't move him that time.
Maybe his name should be Chris Wall, because he is like a wall on that defensive front.
All you do is get position on him. You don't move him, Terry.
Yep.
I think maybe we're going to have a measurement here, Terry. It's very close.
It's a good point, Tony. What do you do with a guy like this? Do you just try to seal him off and try to run away? I mean, how do you
just try to get your tackle to get on his hip and just seal him. Exactly. Just seal him to one side or the other and run, run around him.
And that's a long way to run. He's a tremendous player, too. Berwick does get the first down. We should point out, you played Shamokin last week. They have all these big guys up front, but they really didn't run out of gas. They were there the whole afternoon. Let's go to Colleen. Colleen now with a famous person here in Berwick, one you hear often.
Terry and Tony, every time something goes Berwick's way, that all too familiar sound, the siren. This is Dave Garrison.
Yes, ma'am.
How'd you come up with this idea?
Well, back when I played back in the 70s, be the early 70s, all I ever heard was a cowbell and them long plastic horns, and I said, someday somebody's got to do something different. And I just come up with a bright idea about a siren. I bought a burglar alarm, and that's what I started out with, and I got this big one here, and it's 18 years now.
18 years and that blasted siren here at Crispin Field. Back to you guys.
I can guarantee you that's one sound that opposing teams hate when they come in here. Like to get rid of it. They hear that thing in their sleep. You saw there on that first down play, the pass by Robbins down the middle. He looked like he had Bennett open, but just overthrew him just a tad. Mike Bennett gets a step on you, you're in trouble. 6'4" boy. But again, he was under some pressure that time, and he didn't have long to wait for him to get open even more.
High formation for Berwick. Play action pass by Robbins, but Steele's in his face. Robbins on the move. He's in trouble as he's driven out of bounds by the white jerseys of Shamokin at the 45-yard line. Good pressure again by the Indians up the middle.
That's number 2, Jeff Steele. We remarked about him before the game, Terry. There he is. You can see it coming. He stunned it from left to right and just flushed him out of the pocket, and they got good pursuit. And no gain for Berwick, 3rd and 10.
We saw Steele before the game and talked with Sam before the game about him. He is just an intense individual, and he's a little bit psycho, and we mean that in an endearing quality. He is the kind of player you love to have, especially on your defense. He can really create havoc for the other team. This is Robbins back to pass again, and he has Bennett wide open. He's tackled by Stamets at the 38-yard line. Bennett just finding the soft spot in the zone and picks up the big gain.
They went shotgun for the first time that time, Terry. And George found something here. He runs a trips curl. He ran motion and ran trips curl, and there's nobody there. If you keep blitzing linebackers like Shamokin is, there's nobody going to be in that curl zone, Terry. Watch for Berwick to come back to that in the not-too-distant future.
That's an excellent point. 1st and 10 now for Berwick at the 38-yard line. The counter play to Stoico off the left side again. He's got some running room. Nice gain there before being tackled by Chad Ritchie. Gets out across the 35-yard line down to about the 33.
That's that same counter power. Chad Ritchie's quickness. Watch this. That same counter power, guard pulls, kicks out. Watch Chad Ritchie come out of nowhere and make this tackle. That's quickness, because there's nobody else there. He's got about 10 more yards if Ritchie doesn't get there. But great athletes in that Shamokin secondary.
Nice play calling from George Curry thus far in the 3rd quarter. He's mixing it up nicely, and Berwick's got a very sustained drive. 7:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs. Robbins under center, split backfield. Robbins keeps it himself across the left side. He has enough for the 1st down. Good gain by the sophomore.
Oh, this is just grinding meat. Coaches love this one because they just went with almost a student body look to the left side, and Robbins just kept the ball and followed a wall of blockers down the left side. Here it is. They faked that counter power, and he just kept it over here in good blocking at the point of attack that time, Terry.
That counter play is working as it is. Use the fake off it, and that helps you even more with your offensive scheme. Another 1st down for Berwick. High formation once again. Remley to the right, Bennett to the left. Robbins under center, play action, fake. And guess who's in his face once again? I tell you what, Steele is guessing right. He's finding all the gaps here today.
He must I'll bet you there's not more than 3 plays ever goes by he's not blitzing. And again, he came from his inside linebacker spot, and he's got very, very good quickness because they're just having a heck of a time picking him up.
Now is that Kishbaugh's responsibility? Is that fullback responsibility there?
Well, on a run action or play action pass like that, you'd have to guess that the fullback or one of the guards just missed the block there.
We've got twins to the right side. Remley and Bennett. Keck in motion on the left side. Robbins out of the shotgun.
Watch the curl again.
Plenty of time, and Bennett's wide open.
There he is.
Keck, rather. He's wide open, but you called it, Tony. He was wide open right from the start.
Yep. That's the same look they had the big play on 3 downs ago, and here it comes. Keck is coming in motion from left to right, and it came with the linebacker. He just curled right back in over the linebacker, where the linebacker normally is sitting, and that's going to hurt you. You're going to get away with it, but boy, if they pick it up, your curl zone is wide open.
Nice blocking up front by the Berwick front lineman that time. Robbins with plenty of time out of the shotgun. Good pickup here by Curry, too. He's going with the shotgun now, as he doesn't have as much time to throw. Here's Keck in motion one more time. And again, Robbins from the shotgun. He has time again. Pump fake. He goes downfield to Bennett, who makes the catch at the 10-yard line, and right now they're picking him apart.
Terry, there's absolutely no undercoverage because of the people they're coming with. And as you pointed out, that George has got the shotgun. He said, finally, I got to it, and he's getting them extra time. Here it is. Go ahead. Here's the replay on that again. He had heck in the motion, but now Bennett just runs that curl, the second curl in, and he did a great job. Robbins getting him a football.
How's this for statistics? Third down conversions for Berwick, 7 for 9.
You're going to win a lot of football games with that kind of a stat.
I formation, Remley to the left, Bennett to the right. Robbins under center, the counterplay once again to Stoiko. He's got some running room off the left side. A gain of about 5 or 6 yards. Actually, just a couple yards off the left side.
They finally stopped that game for less than, I don't think it was stopped for less than 4 or 5 previous to that. That's about 2 to 3.
Yeah, second and goal from the 8 now for Berwick. Interesting call here, Tony. What do you think you go with?
This George loves quarterback on this down in here. So watch him fake that counter power and see if he gives the ball to the quarterback.
Well, you have split backs in the backfield. Robbins keeps it. Tony, you called it. Here goes Robbins, puts his head down, but is stopped at the 1-yard line. Good call that time. Referee saying he is down as the ball came flying out of there at the last minute, but Knaus was lined up as the wing back on the right side. He made a nice block, and he was keeping it all the way.
He's faking that counter power, and there's the keep. This goes back to the days of Ron Paulus, and they love this play down inside the 10-yard line, and it's awful tough to defend.
You saw those kick-out blocks, too, there by Knaus. Tremendous block here. Berwick going in for the eventual score, and they're in there. Ross Stoiko in for the touchdown as Berwick takes the lead. An absolutely methodical drive for Berwick in the third quarter. There is only 4:01 remaining in this quarter.
High formation here, Terry, and it's just a power. Power left, and they just double-teamed and kicked out.
On the play, but the touchdown stands. As you saw in that replay, Wall just got turned around, and he didn't know where the play was going. It was going right behind him. Wow, what a great drive by the Bulldogs, and that really must have worn down that Indian defense.
Well, George found the shotgun, Terry, like you said, and he hit those 3 straight big passes on the curls, and I think they found a little weakness there.
Berwick going for 2 now. Power formation, they shift out of it, and they draw them off sides. That staggered count by Robbins, we see it all the time from Berwick. And it's so effective. That'll get the ball even closer to that goal line. Geez, a quarterback sneak should do it. He could sneeze this one in.
I'd say so. This is a composure time for Shamokin here. Berwick really sees momentum with that drive, and Shamokin's losing their composure.
This is a big 2-point conversion here for Berwick. 12-7 is the score. The handoff to Stoiko. He's hitting the backfield, but muscles his way in for the 2 points, and Berwick takes a 7-point lead over Shamokin here in the third quarter. Momentum is back to the home team. Berwick leads Shamokin 14-7. We'll be back after this.
Seems lately it's just getting harder and harder to make ends meet, especially when it comes to health care. I guess that's why I really appreciate the Geisinger health plan. They've got hundreds of first-class doctors to choose from, and just about everything is covered 100%. So I don't have to worry about paying deductibles. I don't have to worry about the kind of care I'll get either, because it's Geisinger.
Dr. Davis, telephone.
And I know how good their care is.
Telephone, please. Dr. Bruce, telephone, please.
Patience is a virtue. But tell that to a company with cash flow problems. It's not easy being in business these days. But in adversity, you discover the true caliber of the people and organizations you deal with. I always say a business shouldn't have to prove it doesn't need a loan to qualify for one.
If you're about to lose all patience with banks that don't deliver, don't give up. See Franklin first.
Don't miss the Golf Show, brought to you by your Pride of Pennsylvania Buick dealers.
Yes.
Tremendous drive by Berwick to give them the 7-point lead, 14-7, 4:01 remaining in the third quarter. Berwick tees it up at the 40-yard line. Shamokin now will have to respond with a drive of their own. Ball rolls off the tee. Fedorko trying to get it secured.
Shamokin got 3 dangerous people deep on this area. I wouldn't want to kick the ball straight in the air again.
Wislowski, Ritchie back there, and Scott Kurtz, the main man in the middle. Fedorko squibs it down the middle, and number 36 picks up the ball. That is Mark Sandry. And he is brought down there in a hurry across the 30-yard line. Here's a look at that scoring drive, and this is what coaching dreams are made of.
16 plays, 77 yards, 7 minutes and 59 seconds, and a touchdown. Can't ask for anything more, Terry.
You know, and they really mixed it up nicely, Tony. Throwing the ball, that counter play working, and plays working off that counter.
They really seized momentum with that drive.
Beautiful play calling once again from the master there, George Curry. Power I formation, 1st and 10 for Shamokin. They shift out of it. Ritchie, the lone setback now. Two men to the right, and the quick pitch right. But Berwick is there to stop it. Berwick has now carried that momentum defensively. You saw that thing coming to the right side. Sam Chicatano now is going to have to shake things up offensively. Let's see what he comes with now on 2nd and long.
All right, this is a shift that Shamokin likes. They go double wing right, and they run a quick toss to Ritchie. And Berwick has got it very well scouted. They got a lot of people running to the point of attack. They did a very nice job.
Nice play by J.J. Cleaver there to make up ground after he was sealed to the outside, too.
Yes, it was. I'll tell you what, Terry, if you want to call a big series of the football game, this is it.
Absolutely right. I totally agree. 2:59 to play in the third quarter. 2nd down and 8. The handoff goes to Ritchie. Not much running room at all. A sea of blue just swarms over him. Take your pick. Bo Payne is in there. B.J. Hayes, as we check out some scores at the bottom of your screen. Berwick just really stepping things up here now defensively.
All right, Shamokin went unbalanced, and they love to run unbalanced, and Berwick shifted the man over as they're supposed to, and just everybody running the football, Terry, as you said.
Well, we talked about this at the beginning of the broadcast, Tony. These are situations that Shamokin does not want to be in. 3rd and 8.
That's right. Chad Ritchie looks like he might be a little bit banged up, or is that Steele?
Looks like Steele being tended to right now by the Shamokin trainer.
Number 2.
But when it gets down to crunch time like this and Shamokin is down, they love to go to Chad Ritchie. So I'm sure Berwick will have to keep their tabs on number 4 because he is the dangerous one in this lineup. He is their money man.
Well, I know what I think you got to look for here is someone to possibly double Chad Ritchie.
Yeah. There's a look at Jeff Steele. He is really a competitor. What a whale of a ball game he has turned in here this afternoon, especially defensively. That'd be a big loss for the Indians, but he is up and about. He's hobbled a little bit, but I'm sure if you're taking bets, put your bet on Steele coming back into this ball game because he is a competitor.
I think he's got a cramp the way they have that toe. You see, they took a shoelace and wrapped it around his toe to keep that up and cramp in his calf.
Well, we know there's plenty of time left in this ball game, but this is a key game play right here. 3rd and 7 for Shamokin. Stamens off the play action. Half roll, has time, throws it high. The pass is caught. What a great catch by Chad Ritchie just inside the sticks. A huge play. He finds the 1st down marker. Boy, that is a tremendous play, and he moves the chains. 1st down. A huge play.
I am really impressed with Stamens on this. Watch where he puts this football. Thrown off his back foot, and it just got, how it got by number...
JJ.
Oh, how it got by number 98 for...
J.J. Cleaver.
J.J. Cleaver is remarkable. It got in there, and the big play go-to man.
You can't defend it much better than that.
No, you
just
can't.
Missed the football. 1st and 10 play for Shamokin. A nice gain for Kurtz. This is something that worked for him early on in the game. A huge gain of about 8 yards on 1st down. And that'll certainly help out this Shamokin drive. So many more options for Sam Chicatano when they can gain yardage on those first couple downs.
You know, Berwick, it was going Berwick's way in that pass. That previous down now gives Shamokin some real life and a nice gain on 1st down. 2nd and 2 is just what Shamokin needs.
That's a mark of a great team when they can respond like that after getting down in him.
Yes, it is.
Methodical drive from Berwick. Here's the power eye once again. First down for Kurtz and more. He's across the 40, down to the 39-yard line before being wrestled down by Bennett and B.J. Hayes. We want to remind you, stay tuned. Championship Saturday is just getting started as we take a look at this replay.
All right, and they're just coming right up A-gap. And just blocking people those last two downs, Terry.
Scotty Kurtz coming up the middle. Remember, the conclusion of this game, we go back to Lackawanna County Stadium. Nugent and Meck, the two main men calling the action back at Lackawanna County Stadium in the District 2 Class AAA championship game. That's Paul Packador Coconut coming up right after this. First and 10 for Shamokin. Oh, I tell you what, Lozlowski had a little bit of room there if he could have just broke the line of scrimmage, but he was just grabbed by the shoelace, it looked like, by Bo Payne.
Bo Payne, yeah. Berwick blitzed on this one, Terry, and they stun a little bit on this one, and they got what they wanted. You watch Bo Payne coming into your picture. There he is, number 40, and two linebackers, and one shoelace, or else he might have picked up some big yardage.
Second and 8 for Shamokin at the Berwick 38-yard line. Power I formation. The handoff goes to Kurtz. I believe the ball is loose, and it is. No, the referee's saying he was down. Whoa, that's a questionable call. That looked like that ball popped out of there.
Boy, that's very close. Very, very close.
I'll have to take a look at that one again, but that is something that could absolutely kill Shamokin at this point. They cannot afford to turn that ball over.
No, because they're in 4-down territory. They're going to have, they'll go for this one on third. They'll go for this one on 4th down if they don't make it here on 3rd.
Absolutely, good point. They don't have to get all of it here on 3rd down.
There it is. Let's watch this. They ran power I right, and they came back with blast left.
Oh, nice job of stripping that football. But that looks like the ball's in the outside.
That's pretty close
call. That's too close to call.
In full motion for the referee, a tough call.
You know what? That was almost simultaneous. As soon as that knee hit, it looked like that ball was out. So that's a questionable call either way, but we'll go with the referee. Nice call that time, and Shamokin retains possession as we move to the 4th quarter. It's 14-7 Berwick. We've got an exciting 4th quarter awaiting when we return.
The American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, Council 13, prides itself as one of the most democratic institutions in the world's greatest republic, the United States of America. We urge all of our citizens to exercise our right that serves as the keystone of our great country, our right to elect the leaders of our government.
It's the #1 selling truck in the world, and it just keeps getting better. The 94 Ford F-150. Right now, you can drive this F-150 for just $219 a month, and it comes with a standard driver's side airbag. Plus, every 94 F-Series comes with preferred care, which includes 24-hour roadside assistance. See your Quality Plus Ford dealer today. The Truck Authority.
Bad to the bone.
Sometimes life can get complicated. You begin to lose confidence, and the things you treasure most become heavy burdens to shoulder. In times like these, there's no better resource than a trustworthy and prudent friend.
At Franklin First, our loan officers are ready to help you with personal loans, mortgages, refinancing, and home equity lines. Restore confidence. See Franklin First.
Toro snow throwers move snow, lots of snow. At Berry Service Station, they move lots of Toro snow throwers. You get a 3-year new equipment warranty, dependable service, a huge parts inventory, and a big selection of Toro snow throwers.
Get a forecast you can count on from Emmy Award-winning meteorologist Mark Stroh.
It is Shamokin against Berwick, the AAA championship of the Eastern Conference. Here is the situation. Shamokin down by 7, but driving, trying to knock off Berwick, keep them from state playoff contention, and capture the Eastern Conference. Dave Beaupain needs one more tackle to capture the Berwick tackle record here at the school. That's quite a feat. Huge play here for the Indians. 3rd and 8. Power I formation. Stamets under center.
Watch Richie.
Stamets play action pass. Beaupain's in his face. Stamets rolling. Can't get the ball to Lozlowski. Credit that one to 4-0.
Again, a little stunt with Beaupain coming up. Let's see if we can see this stunt, Terry. That's a Mike opposite, we call that. He started at left linebacker, and he went to A-gap right. And that's awful tough for the offensive line to pick that one up. That was beautiful. You can't ask for a better execution than that. Barry Payne had an alley to the quarterback. Outstanding. Very good defensive call. Got to give the defensive coaches of Berwick some credit on that particular call, that particular stunt. Shamokin looks like they want to punt, Terry. They want to give Berwick back to football with good field position. They're going to talk it over now as they call timeout. Berwick taking a page from the Shamokin defensive scheme that time and coming with their own blitz of their own. Georgia stayed relatively calm in this game. It's giving a cool demeanor thus far as both coaches are just trying to feel each other out here. Oh, there they are behind the wall of the stadium on top of an RV, Terry. Not a seat to be had in this house. Hey, they're loving life. That's a pretty good seat. Awful cold up there. Gotta love the football. What a whale of a game we have going here this afternoon. Here's a look at Dave Beaupain. 350 tackles in his career. Needs one tackle to break Berwick's career tackling record. And when you look at the tradition that Berwick has had here in the years defensively, that is quite a feat from this guy. A kid who lived much of his life in Australia, comes up here 1987, and boy, he's made his mark, certainly, here with the Bulldogs. Team is defensive team in his own right. If you're a coach, you'd love to have 11 Dave Beaupains on defense. Now they changed them. They're going to go for it. Big call by Sam Chickatano. This could be the game on 4th and 7. No, they shift out of the punt, take a page from the Bulldogs. They often do that. Weichels back to punt. He had a nice angler last time. Tries to do the same thing here. That's going to be a touchback. Goes out at the end zone. Tried to angle for the Coffin corner, but that thing sailed a little bit. He had the wind behind him and got a little more than he wanted. Berwick will take over at their own 20-yard line. That was the right call. You got to try to punt it and keep Berwick deep and hope you can hang in there because Berwick is going into the wind and they're going to run the football now. Yeah, I was surprised to see him coming out in a power I formation, too. I knew something had to be up there at 3rd and long, but they opted to go with the punt. Good call by Sam Chickatano. It's up to the Shamokin defense now to hold Berwick and get that ball back with 11:44 to play in this ball game. Remley in motion to the left. Robbins with that trap play goes back to Stoiko, but he's wrapped up there in a hurry by guess who? Number 2, Mr. Steele, back in the ball game. That counter power again on 1st down. Jeff Steele, the leading tackler for Shamokin. He's all over the field this afternoon. Backside guard, Colsey, 36, gets up the field, and that creates a big seam. He's got to play, as you said before, Terry, he's got to play the line of scrimmage square. Be interesting to see what kind of calls George Curry comes up with on this series, because he knows if he can score it here, he could very well have a win in his back pocket. Double tight ends for Berwick. The reverse goes to Mike Bennett. First time he's touched the ball on the run this afternoon. And that gain is negligible as Shamokin stayed home, sniffed it out, and stopped him cold. Number 33, Tony Benedict, did a very nice job. I watched him. Watch number 33 to the left side of the screen. They ran an end around to Bennett, and there he is. Which is what we said, Terry. Stayed right on the line of scrimmage, got up from his knees, and he made the play. You know, you can't come up feel like they did the previous down. That's a big 3rd down here for Shamokin and for Berwick. Good pickup, Tony. That was a tremendous play. That's really. 3rd and 5 now for Berwick. Split formation for Berwick as Robbins looks right, has nowhere to go now. He is snuffed at the line of scrimmage, driven back there. Number 55, Tom Taylor, in on the play, and Robbins looks to be down. Holding that hand once again. He's being helped up. Looks like number 36 is down on the play for Shamokin as well, Mark Sandry, but he returns to his feet. Well, they got another penalty.
Face mask, 55. Face mask.
Well, that'll absolutely. Here's the replay, and the face mask on Shamokin is what they called, Terry. I didn't even pick that up at the fast speed of that play, but it was in the pile, and it was tough to see, but the referee was right on top of it. Oh, boy, that's a back-breaking penalty for Shamokin. most of the time, those things happen unintentionally. You're just reaching to make the tackle, and the hand goes out and comes on the face mask. It's
trying to do a little something extra, and it comes back to haunt you.
That's correct.
Look for Berwick to air this thing out. They got a break. 1st and 10. Curry likes to do that. Lone setback is Stoico. The handoff goes to him right up the gut. He's got an opening, but he's tackled there by number 75, Tim Heitzman for Shamokin, but not after he gains about 4 yards on the play.
Number 75, Tim Heitzman, he shows me some lateral movement for a guy 285. He's going to come in there. Look at that.
Wow.
From the top of this, from the left to right. And, I mean, he didn't cover a lot of ground, but he covered it pretty quick for a guy that size.
He certainly did. He moved over there and closed that gap in a hurry because there was a tremendous hole up the middle.
Another big hole. Yes, another big hole.
Split setbacks, Kishball and Stoico. Knaus is the wing, Kishball in motion. The pitch now goes to Stoico. And a great tackle there. What a big play by Shamokin that time. Once again, it's number 36, Mark Sandry, in to make the stop.
He did a super job, Mark Sandry, on that defensive end. Again, this is outstanding defensive end technique, using his inside hand and keeping his outside hand free and getting off the blocker. That's a great effort.
Well, he beat Greg Michael that time.
Yes, he did.
A good blocking tight end for Berwick. Not many people can beat Greg Michael. That kid is a tremendous blocker.
Sean Steimeling is out that time for Berwick. He came to the sideline.
Ross Stoico, 15 carries, 75 yards as Robbins is out of the shotgun on 3rd down and 6.
Watch the curl.
Robbins rolling to his right, finds that curl, and he finds Bennett. Good catch. Stamens made the gamble to make the pick or knock the ball away, but it sneaks in there, and that's a huge 1st down for Bennett. You called it once again, Tony. That curl is working.
That's that same play that in the last touchdown drive worked for them 3 straight times. That time, Dave Robbins just zipped the ball in nice and low. Watch this. Zip the ball in there, and right there where nobody else can get it but Bennett, and great concentration on Bennett's part.
Nobody has ever questioned.
Look at the other angle on this one. Watch the ball. That's not more than it's about 2 feet off the ground, and nobody can get that but the receiver.
Right where it had to be. Dave Robbins gets the big 1st down to Mike Bennett, and the 1st down call goes to Stoico, but he's wrapped up in a hurry. 3rd down conversions for Berwick, 9 for 11. They are really getting it done. Let's head down now to Colleen Connolly.
Carrie and Tony, every team has a mascot. Well, Berwick has a live one. This is Carrie. What's your dog's name, Carrie?
Victory.
And does Victory do anything? Will he bark for us?
He just growls a lot when he's cold and shivering.
Shivering. What does he do when they score a touchdown?
He just scrunches up when the bombs go off.
He's kind of a scared mascot. Can you say anything, Victory? Bark? Oh, no. Back to you guys.
And Victory, we know a lot about Victory. He waits till the victory's in hand before he gets excited. He tries to keep that cool demeanor until the game's over. He'll get excited after the game.
Gets home to the dog food.
Yeah, does backflips. 2nd and 10 now for Berwick as Robbins keeps the ball on the left side, but Steele trips him up. He lunges forward. I think that's going to be a late hit on Shamokin. That could be another costly penalty. We'll check it out. Penalty after the play, but Shamokin's cheering, so that could be on Berwick.
I think we got a hold or a clip on this one, Terry.
Shamokin finally gets a break as that long three flies one more time. It's been a pretty cleanly played ball game to this point.
Holding.
Holding on Berwick.
That is the call.
Yep.
Doing a little back and forth action here now between the 40-yard lines. Take a look at it again, see if we can pick it up, see who held.
It's downfield. You gotta see the end came inside. Can't see it there, and
yeah, it's out of the screen.
It's got to be out of the screen
or the inside of the play. We're going to call it 2nd and 16 now.
Absolutely essential that Shamokin stop Berwick on this drive and get the ball back.
Handoff goes inside, and Kishball, the big fullback, and he's got a big opening. Still on his feet down to the 45-yard line. A big gainer that time for Jeremy Kishball. Surprise, surprise, they spread the field and go up the middle.
This is a great call. They got everybody to the right, and they run a counter trap back left, and there's absolutely nobody there for Shamokin.
I think the defense was totally thinking that Robbins is going to sprint out right, try to get Bennett on that hook.
That curl, exactly, Terry. That's exactly what I was looking for, and great call by George Curry on that one.
I'll tell you what, he's the best that Vic
mixing it up. He really can keep the defense guessing, but you got to hand it to Shamokin. They've done an admirable job here on defense, really. There's that conversion we were talking about. 9 for 11 for Berwick. They have been effective. They're looking at a 3rd and 7 once more again. Play action by Robbins goes down the middle. Remley's got the catch. He's going up to the first down. Takes a big hit from Chad Ritchie, but hangs onto the football and gets in his face a little bit. 28-yard line, enough for the first down. This Robbins kid is coming up big when he has to. Big third down play here.
This is an old wing T waggle. That's what this is. This is the tight end coming across on a circle. The right tight end coming across on a circle. Watch this hit by Ritchie. Right there. Oof. And then they got about talking to each other. Hit me again because I can take it.
One thing Sam Chicatano was concerned about before this game was Berwick's tight end Greg Michael going across the middle, because a lot of times what they like to do is we look at Wislowski being taken off the field by the referee. He might be having a little bit of a problem here. But getting back to that, Michael, they spread the field out, send Michael down the middle, and have a mismatch with a linebacker covering him. Well, that time, they just brought Remley down the middle.
Yes, again, it was that wing T waggle. Georgia's got one crazy Larson, I'll tell you.
He's certainly pulling them all out here this afternoon. When you look back at this game, if Berwick can continue this drive, you have to look back to that costly penalty of Shamokin a few plays back, because that kept the drive alive. And once again, Berwick is looking at a first down. The pitch goes to Stoiko. Stoiko comes across the 30 down to about the 27-yard line.
That's the first time we've seen that set, Terry. That's it's a Rio or Leo. That's a right end over. It's a Rio look, and it's a quick toss left. They had Bennett, they had the flanker, the tight end, all on the same side. They ran a quick toss that way. First time we've seen that, and they got 5 yards on first down.
Tony Benedict, the man to make the tackle there, and Bennett had a nice block out there. If Benedict wasn't there, Stoiko could have gotten at least 6 more yards out of the play. 2nd and 5 for Berwick. Stoiko one more time off tackle on the left side, but he's wrapped up there. Gang tackle, number 79, leading the charge. John Wallish sticks him high, and number 44 in there as well, Harry Reed.
I don't know how Reed got in there. They had a nice hole at the point of attack, and Reed, the backside linebacker, just found the seam and stopped that one for about 5 or 6 yards less than it should have been.
Well, if this looks familiar, this is the same type of drive Berwick put together for that last touchdown. They are just marching this ball down the field, chewing up the yardage, and chewing up the clock at the same time. Remember, there's only 4:30 to play, and the Dogs are in no hurry to get out of the huddle. They're just taking their time. So they don't even necessarily have to score here if they can drive deep into that territory and chew off that clock. Split backfield. Robbins keeps it off the left side. Big play there by Steele.
That guy, he has been just outstanding. They went to their bread and butter play, Terry. They went wing right or wing left strong, and they faked that counter. Here it comes. They went wing right strong, wing left strong, excuse me. They faked that counter power, and he kept it, and Steele just came out of nowhere, found the seam, and he's into the backfield, makes the tackle.
From what I've seen from Steele so far, Tony, he's got an uncanny ability to guess right. He's got that instinct that you really can't teach with linebackers. You played linebacker. You're so much better if you have a sense to where that ball's going to go, and you beat the carrier to the spot.
He certainly does. I think about half of that's been pre-designed. The other half, like you said, Terry.
Well, we have 3:37 remaining in this ball game. Berwick is driving to put this thing away. We'll see if Shamokin can come back after this.
It's the #1 selling truck in the world, and it just keeps getting better. The 94 Ford F-150. Right now, you can buy this F-150 for just $219 a month. And it comes with a standard driver's side airbag. Plus, every 94 F-Series comes with preferred care, which includes 24-hour roadside assistance. See your Quality Plus Ford dealer today. The Truck Authority.
Bad to the bone. Feel the magic of Christmas at Steamtown. In Santaland, Christmas comes alive with a magical animated display that your children will never forget. All aboard for Christmas the way it used to be. Almost 100 stores make gift-giving extra special. All this and Santa 2 at the Miracle on Lackawanna Avenue. Christmas at Steamtown, Scranton's new tradition. Come feel the magic.
Help fight crime in Pennsylvania. Watch News 22's Crime Stoppers report tonight at 11.
4th down for Berwick. Shamokin has to hold on this play. They try to draw him off sides. Berwick moves, they call the timeout. Good discipline that time by Shamokin. They could have very easily jumped off sides.
The Shamokin sidelines must have been screaming, watch the shift, and they still have one guy who took a quick false step. He didn't cross into that neutral zone.
Good no call by the referees, I might add there.
That is certainly, Terry. I think that's one of all the rules in high school football that needs to be looked at. Is that encroachment, you know, when it touches the football and don't allow a kid to get back.
Well, I'd like to ask you about this, Tony, because there seems to be a little bit of discrepancy, especially on 4th down. Now, the rule book says if you go in with the intention of drawing the other team off sides, that it's a penalty. Is that correct?
That is correct. I've never seen it called.
Right. Yeah, that's what I don't understand. There seems to be a little bit of inconsistency there because Berwick is so successful with that.
Yeah.
Week in and week out, you see him do it to every ball club, it seems like, but the penalties never call. It's like one of those rules that's really not enforced. 4th and 3. Berwick goes with the quick count, and they go with Stoiko. That's going to be close.
He's got it. He's got it.
He does have the 1st down. Decent effort by the Shamokin defense, but not enough. Stoiko gets that last-second surge at the end of that. That could be enough for this ball game to put this thing away because Shamokin's in trouble now.
That Rio look that I talked to you before about, Terry. It's only the 2nd time we've seen it. They went on a quick count and great blocking on the point of attack for Berwick on that. You know, you don't make that kind of yardage without some heart as far as your people up front blocking the way they're supposed to.
1st and 10 now for Berwick. They're at the 21-yard line. High formation, the whistle before the play. Could be offsides. Somebody moved before that snap.
78 blue.
That's going to be on Berwick. They jump before the snap, pushes them back a little bit. But right now, you got to think Shamokin not only is going to be tackling the ball carrier, but also tackling that football because they have to get it back.
Shamokin has 11 people within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Don't think George won't put it up here on a play action, Terry.
That's a good point. That happened last week. That beautiful play to Keck, the pump fake by Robinson. They set Keck deep, and there was nobody there to defend him.
Look at Stamens. Look where he's lined up. They're within 5 yards. They're within 4 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Wow, that's right. Stoiko gets the call. He's wrapped up there by Jeff Steele. He's there to make the big stick. We want to remind everybody, stay tuned. Immediately following today's Championship Saturday triple header coverage for News 22, join Jennifer Watson for all the day's news, weather, and sports. That's News 22 immediately following our Championship Saturday football coverage.
Clock's running, Terry. 2:20 and counting.
Regardless of the outcome today, Shamokin has put in a spirited effort this afternoon. No time to relax for George Curry and company. They certainly have been tested here this afternoon, and this thing's not over. We've got 2 minutes to go. Anything can happen. Berwick's got to take care of the football. Shamokin will be going after it. 2nd and 13. The handoff goes to Stoiko up the middle. He's got an opening. Stoiko still on his feet. He's down inside the 5-yard line. Ross Stoiko down to the 2-yard line for Berwick. He's injured on the play.
That was just one heck of an individual effort. And he got a leg taken out from under him in that last saving tackle.
Ooh, he looks to be in pain there, and they're looking at his right leg. We'll have to check on this one. Stoiko writhing a little bit in pain on the field. What a great play that time, though, by Berwick. They just blasted things right up the middle. Take a look at this replay.
They spread them out. They spread them out. You can't see it on a replay, and they just run that zone straight up, and people down lineman. Outstanding job. Great cut right there by Stoiko. Let's see if we can see where he gets hurt at the end of this, Terry. Oh, right there. Yeah. Right there, the ankle. Looks like the ankle and knee. Yeah. Taken out from under him.
Yeah, he's grabbing that knee as soon as he comes up.
Yeah,
that shoulder pad or helmet. Nice look at it, guys. Great shot from that end zone camera. And you know what? You take a look at that replay again. Did you see how low Stoiko was to the ground?
Oh.
He was just running nice and low like a little tank, and it's tough to take a guy down when he's got that low center of gravity.
It certainly is. And boy, you hope this kid's only a sophomore. Great sophomore for Berwick. Just hope that this is not anything too serious. It looks like he wants to get up and go, but with these injuries, you know, when they're out there and the adrenaline's pumping, they don't feel those kind of things right now.
Not a bad day for Ross Stoiko. 21 carries, 106 yards, and a touchdown. And he certainly has been the workhorse this afternoon. You look at this game so far, and you look at the sophomore quarterback, just like last week. Robbins not doing too much, but not doing anything to hurt this team. Doing just enough to win this ball game. When you look back at this, I think the key, third down conversion. Shamokin just simply couldn't hold him.
That's correct, Terry. I mean, Berwick did just an outstanding job the second half, getting the ball to the receivers and making the big calls. George called the super game the second half when they had the third down conversion time and time again.
I believe that's Ross Stoiko's mother with the flag there. She certainly must be a relieved customer. She's got 3-4 on the side of that coat. I'm sure she's a little bit more relaxed now. She's got the sun off the field, seemingly okay, and the win maybe at hand. First and goal for Berwick. The hand of B.J. Hayes. He fumbles the football. His first carry in many weeks. The ball is loose. Shamokin has it.
Well, how about that? Wow. I mean, B.J.'s been playing defense, but you know what? Berwick has controlled the ball this whole second half. B.J. a little bit cold going in there, and just bobbled him.
What an interesting turn of events. You have B.J. Hayes, who started the season as Berwick's #1 tailback. He gets inserted into the game after being injured for many weeks. Stoiko took over, so he hasn't been getting the reps at tailback. That's his first carry in many weeks, and he coughs it up. You can't really blame the kid because he hasn't handled it much. But when you get down there, you have to take care of business.
That was 6 there. I mean, the blocking was there. Minute and 18 and counting.
Well, a tall order indeed for Shamokin. They must move 99 yards for the touchdown. The flea flicker, they go downfield. He's got a receiver. Oh, almost caught there. Number 14, Jamie Golden, almost came up with a tremendous catch. Keck and Bennett on the coverage. What an effort by Golden. What a gutsy call by Sam Chickentano, the flea flicker out of his
look at the flea flicker. Hands to Kurtz. Kurtz back to Stamets. Stamets just throws it as far as he can. And look at that effort. Flat out and could not hold on when he hit the ground. Just an unbelievable effort there.
What a gutsy call by Chickentano, too, out of his own end zone. That very well could have been a safety. Stamets did a tremendous job of unloading that ball quickly. Good effort by Golden. Golden's first year playing, too, we should point out. One of those 5 new starters on the Shamokin team. Second down now, 10 yards for Shamokin out of their own end zone. This is Chad Ritchie trying to find some running room, but to no avail. He's only to the 5-yard line.
5-yard line.
Let's head down to Colleen Connolly. She'll update us on the condition of Ross Stoiko.
Terry and Tony, I spoke with the team physical therapist. They said that Ross Stoiko just bruised his knee a little bit. He was limping for a while. Don't worry, he jumped right back up and is ready to get back into this ballgame. They should put him in on the next series of play. Back to you guys.
Well, that's great news, but I'm sure Berwick won't get the ball back. 54 seconds to play. It's Shamokin's turn now to try to do something. We've got a long way to go. We should point out that that wind is to Shamokin's back, so that's one positive. They have that going in their favor, but boy, they have 96 yards to go, 94 yards to go, I should say, for a touchdown. And that only ties it if they can go for the 2 points. Getting ahead of ourselves, though, they have to get down the field.
Well, it's, I'll tell you what, stranger things have happened, Terry, so you can't say it's over yet, but they're in a heck of a situation here. Now, George is going to have, you got to have your defensive backs playing very loose right now. I know before I could see George yelling out at Bennett on that first down flea flicker, you know, get your depth, you know, play it soft. You just can't let the big play beat you here. They can't drive it down the field. They don't have enough time. So just, you know, they're deep. Get off the ball. Heck and Bennett.
5 defensive backs in the game now for Berwick. Twins to the right. Now they go to trips. The pass is out there. That should be a live football. We'll see what the reaction is from the referees. There is none right now. He's saying down, but I don't think that was a catch. I'm not sure. It's just recovered by Shamokin, I guess, right there at the 1-yard line. George Curry wondering what the heck's going on as well.
The only thing I can see on this, Terry, is that they're calling this a backward pass. Because I think they wanted to run a double pass here. They did. They wanted to run a double pass. That means it was backwards, and they're lucky.
Still Shamokin's ball. Fourth down.
Should point out that Shamokin has no timeouts left. 36 ticks remaining on the clock. This is fourth down.
Here's their last one right there.
Yep. So as they had the chance with the fumble recovery, but when you have 99 yards to go the other way and not much time to work with, things do not look too good.
No, they don't. They tried a double pass that time. That's what they were going to run to Chad Ritchie, and they just didn't get the ball there. And
interestingly enough, Chad Ritchie has 4 touchdown passes on the year as well. Colleen Connolly back on the side.
Terry and Tony, this is it. This is the prize that the team will get. Whoever wins the Eastern Conference Championship trophy. I can barely pick it up, but don't worry. Whatever team wins it, I'm sure they can handle it. Well, back to you guys.
Hey, don't drop that thing, Colleen.
I won't.
That's a nice-looking trophy, and Berwick's going to have to probably build themselves a new trophy case here.
Well, certainly. And, you know, very interesting, too, Terry, that this is as we know, this is the last year where the Eastern Conference Championship game like this was going to have so much meaning because of state implications. Next year will not.
It's really been a good playoff tournament. The Eastern Conference has a tremendous tradition and been very kind to a lot of teams, especially Berwick. Well, this could very well be the game right here. Fourth down for Shamokin. They try to run the trickery. The throw back to Stamets, but B.J. Hayes, of all people, picks it off. And B.J. Hayes goes from possible GOAT to definite hero as he ends the threat. 26 seconds remaining. That all but wraps it up for Berwick. And that's nice to see as far as BJ's concerned. And he walks off the field with a smile.
Oh, that was Shamokin tried a little end-around throw back to the quarterback, and Berwick had it smelled on. People were just dropped off. Here it is. They went end-around, and they're thrown back to Stamets, and Hayes is there.
You know what?
Not a very good throw.
The best thing you can hope for in a play like this is a good throw and hope that the defender falls down or something like that.
That's correct, but the Berwick people were there.
And hey, Ross Stoiko is back in the ballgame for Berwick. Maybe George wants to give him another touchdown for his efforts here as Berwick is knocking on the door. I formation, Stoiko's the tailback, he gets the call, and Ross is up and over for his second touchdown on the afternoon.
Great job by the down lineman there, and that sealed it. Glad to see Stoiko wasn't seriously hurt, and obviously the way he ran that play, he is not.
Nice call by George. That was a beautiful picture there as he's hugging his players there. And a good call. You give it to the guy who's been your workhorse. That's a nice reward. Great shot there.
Yeah, look at George.
That's a great combination right there this afternoon. George calling those plays to his main man. Only a sophomore. Stoiko gets the reward. His second touchdown on the day. Fedorko lining up to tack on the extra point. It's down, it's up, and it's good. 21-7 is the score. Berwick will retain its Eastern Conference Class AAA Championship.
Well, Terry, just going into the second half is what I said to you. I said I thought Berwick has been moving the ball much more consistently, and they did. They controlled this whole second half. Shamokin, I bet you Shamokin didn't have 10 offensive plays the second half. If they did, it couldn't have been much more than 1 or 2 more than that.
That's a real good point, Tony. We'll have to check on that because Shamokin just did not have their hands on the football in the second half. And aside from that last series that was pretty much negligible back at their own end zone, Berwick really dominated and controlled that clock. And if you can do that, you certainly are doing a good job. Only 1 first down this afternoon by Shamokin. Boy, does that sound familiar. Becca High only had 1 first down last week in the second half against Berwick. Hey, there's the Catman down there doing the dance.
That's right, Terry and Tony. There he is, Catman. He was dancing before. I don't know what happened to him. He's crazy. He's out of his mind with glee. He's pretty much sure Berwick's going to wrap it up here today. Back to you guys.
Ted Koppel's buddy. I believe they have dinner every Friday night now before the game. The Catman, quite a character. He is the heart and soul of this team. Keeps them pumped up on the sidelines. Look at Berwick going with the onside kick, and they recover it.
the end of a hard-fought football game. You know, it's just win it on the field, and then it's the extracurriculars are absolutely not necessary. It's going to be on Shamokin.
Personal foul.
Now I'm wondering about George's call here. Obviously, he doesn't want to run back. But can you think, Tony, maybe he does something like that for later down the road? I never know, because you never get to use that onside kick. I mean, maybe it's a chance to practice that.
After the turnover, 3-yard line, one play. I don't know if that was supposed to be an onside or they just didn't want the deep people to handle it, Terry. And I think the kicker I think he just miskicked it. I don't think it was a perfectly designed onside kick.
There's Curry hugging the cat man on the sidelines, and they're starting the celebration here at Crispin Field. The game is in the books. Berwick retains its AAA Eastern Conference Championship with a 21-7 victory over an inspired Shamokin ball club. A tough-played ball game, but once again, Berwick comes out on top, and that win streak just rolls right along. And there's the future of the Berwick Bulldogs celebrating as well.
I can't say enough about Berwick the second half. They held Shamokin one first down, and they just did what they had to do. They found that shotgun. They were able to hit the curls, and those linebackers vacated. Very well played second half.
Well, that was one heck of an effort by both ball clubs this afternoon. Don't take anything away from Shamokin, because they came in here and really had a nicely designed scheme, Tony, both offensively and defensively. I was totally impressed with their effort in that first half. They had Berwick guessing, something you don't see very often.
Oh, yeah. Coach Secatana, they did a great job. I mean, Shamokin had the athletes. I knew they'd be able to handcuff with Berwick, and they certainly did. And a lot of credit to the Shamokin High School. The players and their staff were well-played game, and they gave Berwick everything they needed today.
If there's any question if Sam Shikatano should be back at Shamokin next year, I think that should be taken care of right now, because if he's not back, there's something radically wrong. He is a tremendous coach. An 11-2 season, close to winning an Eastern Conference championship in his first year. He's done a whale of a job, and kudos goes out to him on a fabulous effort for Shamokin this year.
I totally agree with you there, Terry. To come to Crispin Field and to go in halftime leading Berwick is a heck of an accomplishment. You know, with so much on the line for Berwick to defeat, to play as hard as they did. It's a great credit to Coach Sam again, and his staff and players, and George Curry and the Bulldogs certainly outstanding. What more can you say? It's a young football team too.
Well, as we look at the celebration on the field, we can tell you that next up for Berwick will be Allentown Central Catholic, the District 11 champ in the semis of the state playoffs, something that Berwick is very familiar with. 21-7, we'll wrap this thing up when we come back.
I've always marveled at the work of skilled carpenters, creating beautiful homes in all shapes and sizes. The American dream. But over the years, I've learned it takes more than dreams to own a home. It takes money and a relationship with a bank in which you have confidence.
Whether you're building or buying your first home, trading up to the home of your dreams, or simply refinancing, see Franklin First.
Take it from the Truck Authority. It's the baddest compact pickup around. The 94 Ford Ranger. For the past 6 years straight, it's been America's #1 selling compact pickup. And now you can drive this loaded Ranger XLT for just $199 a month. This deal is so good, it's bad. See your Quality Plus Ford dealer today. The Truck Authority.
Bad to the bone.
In my job, I travel around quite a bit, and everywhere I go, it seems people are worried about their family's health care. Well, the way I see it, there's only one health plan that makes sense. The Geisinger Health Plan. It covers just about everything 100%. No deductibles, no claim forms, and hundreds of doctors. But if those aren't enough reasons to pick Geisinger, I got one more for you. I know how good their care is.
Snapper snow throwers get the job done. At Berry Service Station, they get the job done. A 3-year new equipment warranty, dependable service, a huge parts inventory, and a large selection of Snapper snow throwers.
Today's WYOU Sports Eastern Conference Championship game is brought to you by your Quality Plus Ford dealers, the Geisinger Health Plan, AFSCME Council 13, and Franklin First. When it comes to banking, see Franklin First. (21-7), the final score here at Berwick. The Bulldogs over the Indians in the Eastern Conference Championship. Great ball game. They've already given Berwick the championship trophy at midfield. Now they're commencing to hand the players their championship medals as we check in with Colleen Conley with winning coach George Curry.
Here he is right here, the man of the hour, Coach Curry. Coach, let me ask you something. You were down the entire first half. Were you ever worried at all?
No, we have a saying here, Colleen. You win championships with championship people. And the only thing I was afraid of when I kick off, when I thought of North Pocono, when we lost that game up there, an opening kickoff, they ran back. But our kids have an iron will that it's just they never give up. It's just a never say die attitude, and we outplayed them from that point on. I mean, from a certain point on in the first quarter. I mean, we shut them down with our defense, and our offense controlled the ball. And we knew we were going to, we just were worried about a fluke play or something like that, but we had it under control.
You exploded in the end. When did you finally feel it coming together?
Well, like I said, I think once our defense set the tone for this game, we stopped them a couple times, made them punt, and the offense got in gear, figured out what they were doing on defense, and from then on it was, we're just so proud of this football team. They're a young team.
Okay, Terry Gurn has a couple questions he'd like to ask you.
Colleen, if you could ask George, when did he find out to make that adjustment in the second half to go to the shotgun with Robbins and find the openings in the curls in the middle?
When did you finally decide to go with Robbins in the shotgun in the second half and find the curls up the middle? When was your decision to do that?
We had the win. We got the win right off the bat. They gave us the win right in the third quarter, so we better throw the ball a little bit. And then once we could throw short in this weather. It isn't that bad. We played a lot worse than this. Just couldn't throw deep against the wind, but you couldn't throw deep with the wind because the ball was a swirling wind. And we just mixed a short passing game with a good running game and good defense and good special teams, and that other than that kickoff, and that's what did it.
Terry, anything else?
Yeah, Colleen, can you tell him Tony Contafio said congratulations?
Coach Terry, Tony Contafio from Scranton Prep wants to wish you his congratulations and nice job.
Tony, thank you very much. Coming from a coach to a coach, I appreciate it.
Yeah, tell him that, we could see those linebackers keep coming and coming, so he went to the curls because of that, correct?
He said they could see the linebackers coming and coming, and that's why you went to the curl because of that, correct?
Yeah, well, they gave us the defense that gave us that, and we took advantage of it.
All right, nice job, and congratulations, Coach Curry, once again. There it is right there, the Eastern Conference Championship Trophy, and Berwick the champs. Tony and Terry, back up to you guys.
Colleen, thank you very much. Sure. Great job of interpreting for us, and we appreciate George taking the time out, and congratulations goes out to the Berwick Bulldogs on yet another championship, and their quest continues for another state title. Right now, we're going to head on up to Lackawanna County Stadium for our third game of this triple-header day on Championship Saturday on WYOU. John Nugent and J.P. Mex standing by.
Terry Gurn, good job.